la ciencia.
Ame la ciencia.
Taters. For like what, an entire week I've been going without any headphones. Maybe a week and a half. And I said I'm going to stop using headphones because I'm very rough with them. So I'm going to get me some very, very professional type of earbuds, because the earbuds should last a little longer. Well, way longer than headphones. And I am proud to say that I have them in my ears right now. Yes, I do. Woo-hoo. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have them in my ears right now, baby. Uh-huh. So, I just, you know what? Let's just watch some stuff together. We're going to get right into it, because I have not been on Twitter in a long time. When was the last time I was on Twitter? It had to have been Tuesday. I think the last time I was on it was Tuesday when, no. I was on there 2 days ago. And let me tell you something. When I said life is good, this is a terrible thing to say on Twitter, because we understand that most people, 90% of people come on to Twitter to just unleash anger, wrath, vengeance, to come there and fight, to come there and start something. So you want to be starting something, you got to be starting something. So you want to be starting something, you got to be starting something. And I'm one of those people. But let me tell you something. The 12th was a good day. I mean, it was a wonderful day. One day, I'm going to start sharing some of my private stuff pow, right in the face. On I'm gonna start sharing this on Patreon. I need to start doing when it stopped raining. I will go out into this park. There's a wooded national park. We have 2 of them in my area. I've been to one. I haven't been to another. And dude, I ain't going out there in that rain. Like if it's been raining, you gotta let it take 2 to 3 days for everything to dry out. And it's been raining every day. I thought it's supposed to be April showers, May flowers. What is going on with June? What is going on with May? All it's been doing is like raining. So I haven't been able to take my Android phone and go out there and record some content. You know, that's going to be exclusively for the Patreon. But yeah, I'm not going out there I'm not going out there until the road dries. But anyway, so I really had a good day. Like it was a wonderful day. So there's that. And so I really haven't been doing much. I haven't been in the mix of anything. I've been enjoying, like, okay, so this is the Twitter space we had. And I'm part of my old gym again. So I'm really happy about that. So the Twitter spaces are now at 3:00. I upload them on the Patreon, the free section. So I was here for that. I think the next day I posted these 2. And then I posted this on the next day. And then I retweeted this on that same day. And then I've been gone for 2 days. And then I can't wait to go back and go look at this. Like, the liberals went to Egypt. This is how racist these white liberals are, right? White libtards from around the world. Okay, ain't no black person do something stupid like this, right? They went into Egypt, not knowing that Egypt don't like the people from Gaza. That's why they be shutting their borders down. They're like, we don't want them here. No, we don't want them here. They are savages. They don't want them here. So they think that, like, oh, free Palestine is for everyone. Like, first of all, it's Gaza. It's not Palestine. All right, it's Gaza. And they think that going to protest in Islamic country, Islamic countries, that they're going to get, like, hugs and couscous and tofu, or well, I don't know what they eat in Egypt. Don't get me lying. All right. And no, they getting their ass whipped. So much so I can't show it to you on the video, right? But it is like loads and loads and loads of videos of the Muslims in Egypt whipping the white libtards' asses, dude. And I was like, call them fascists. I heard that always work. I heard calling the Islamists, I heard calling them fascists is always a good method. By the way, guys, if my computer shuts down, I will be right back. Let's hope we can get through this without it shutting down, okay? So, of course, I did not put this about Nick Fuentes being gay on. Nobody's really shocked by that. But anyway, so listen, I want to watch this video. You guys can watch this video with me together, because I've noticed that YouTube has been very aggressive with ads, with their ads. Now, on this computer, I really don't have to worry about ads. But on my new computer, I don't know what I download on this computer versus my new computer. My new computer, they're not blocking the ads so much. It's not working as it's work, but you gotta tweak it. Whereas on this channel, I don't have to do much of anything. So I gotta see what's going on here. Let me see.
YouTube has community guidelines for what you can and can't post to the site. Most of these rules are pretty straightforward, and for the most part, they aren't too restrictive to content creators, besides certain niches like firearms content, because, well, YouTube has an entire section in their policy restricting those kinds of videos. But tech YouTubers are starting to face similar kinds of limitations, and the worst part is there's really no guidelines to go on or the content we make about self-hosted and open source media tools. The policy violations are pretty much just at YouTube's discretion right now. The main one being YouTube's harmful or dangerous content policy. And it really speaks to the times we're living in, when videos about free software can get lumped in with violent, extremist, and criminal content.
What? You know, I'm not really heavy in the tech section of YouTube. I should be, but I'm not. And I've been seeing Mudahar talking about this on, but I never did look at the video, so let me just see.
By YouTube. So on its face, the harmful or dangerous content policy sounds like a standard rule that every platform has, which is basically don't do dangerous stuff without proper safety precautions just to get internet clout, and don't encourage other people to do the same. And this sounds like a pretty reasonable rule, and if you're making home lab tech videos, you would think that the only way they could possibly be harmful or dangerous would be to make a video about washing your servers in the sink while they're still plugged in. But in addition to activities that may cause physical harm or death, YouTube also bundles in what is essentially an anti-piracy rule right here under digital security content. YouTube says that you're not allowed to make videos that show viewers how to get unauthorized access to software, content, or services that would usually require payment. So clearly this is describing different forms of piracy, which is a bit of a stretch to describe piracy as harmful or dangerous, maybe harmful to the profits of streaming companies. But based on this rule, a video that teaches someone how to install a torrenting client and then go to the Pirate Bay and download a bootleg copy of a new movie would almost certainly get taken down.
You can watch that on YouTube? Hold on. I swear, I thought you had to go on these like Reddits or Facebook. No, not Facebook. Yeah, just Reddit or Medium articles to learn. I didn't know that they was teaching that on YouTube. I'm thinking to myself, like, really? YouTube is teaching you how to get to the black web and torrent site? Okay.
And be in violation of this policy. YouTube obviously has agreements with copyright holders to prevent re-uploads to their website of copyrighted material. True. And over the years, they've broadened their rules to try and prevent people showing other ways of accessing that content for themselves. Now, here's where things start to get interesting. YouTube also considers content that provides instructions about how to download or access YouTube videos in an unauthorized manner to be harmful or dangerous as well.
Yeah, I just go to Google for that. I go to Google for that because, like, all of the videos that teach you how to do it, they are so out of date, and YouTube has now prevented a lot of these websites third-party access. It's kind of like denied or limited to the point where what used to work. This is the reason why I was still on Firefox, because Firefox had a plugin that worked like a charm. But now YouTube, to my surprise, has it to where you can download your own videos. Now, when it comes to downloading other people's videos, you still have to use a third-party app. But when I have to download my own videos, like when me and Jasmine have to do, when we do our AMA, right? And we were supposed to do one yesterday, but boy, we both had some issues. We are in sync when all hell break loose, I tell you. But I download that video from my control panel on YouTube. So yeah.
Don't outright state this in the harmful or dangerous content policy page, but if you do end up getting a strike on a video that the moderation system believes contains that type of content, then YouTube will tell you there that you're not allowed to show people how to download YouTube videos. So this is why videos about programs like YTDLP or even Revanced or other alternative YouTube front ends and video downloaders are getting taken down left and right, because they let you access videos in a way that YouTube doesn't like. Now, if you understand YouTube's business model, then you'll understand why they have a rule against this. Hosting videos costs YouTube a lot of money. They're paying the power bill for millions of servers across the world, not to mention the salaries of all the engineers that are maintaining that stuff. And the only way that YouTube, and Google for that matter, can get any profit return on that is by showing you ads and collecting data about viewer retention on videos so that they can optimize their algorithm, train their AI, and further improve their ads network. If you download videos and you watch them offline, then YouTube can't show you ads on the video or collect data about what parts of the video you like the most. Same goes for alternative front ends that let you stream videos from YouTube with all of that telemetry strained out. And YouTube does have a download feature and an ad-free viewing experience that is built into the platform, but it's only available for YouTube Premium members, not even the Premium Lite members. So these programs pretty much give you the same viewing experience as someone who is paying $13.99 per month for YouTube Premium. So it's understandable that YouTube doesn't want us outright teaching people how to use these tools. But a month ago, I got a strike and a video removed because it was considered harmful or dangerous content. Now, I disputed the strike.
I regret switching to Linux, even though what's the name of this video?
And it was confirmed that the video violated YouTube's rules. Now, my editors and I were genuinely perplexed about this, and when you reach out to YouTube support, they really avoid going into detail about your violation, which is ridiculous, because if you do TV, radio, or any other kind of broadcast, the powers that be will actually give you a lot of details about the violations if they claim that you made one. But I managed to wear down the support staff to the point that they actually gave me a timestamp of the violation in the video, and upon reviewing that video again, I saw that a video downloader program was shown as featured software in the Flatpak repo of Linux Mint for about 5 seconds. And this program could theoretically...
Damn! What? Is that all? Okay, well, are you going to get this video taken down? I guess not. It was uploaded 4 days ago.
Theoretically be used to download YouTube videos, but no instructions were given on how to use the software or how to download it. The Linux Mint Software Manager wasn't even the main focus of the video. It was only being shown to give context on how easy it is to install software on a JustWorks Linux distro compared to Windows. So it really seems like a stretch to consider this video in this context to be in violation of the harmful or dangerous content policy. And I think someone at YouTube ended up agreeing with me because the video was restored a little less than 2 weeks after it was taken down.
Oh, okay.
But not everyone is as lucky as me. Linus Tech Tips, probably the biggest OG tech channel on this platform, got a strike and a video removed that was titled De-Google Your Life Part 2 Ad-Free YouTube. In the last few minutes of that video, Linus went over how to use some alternative YouTube front ends like PeerTube and GrayJ that let you watch YouTube videos and videos from other websites for that matter without ads. Now, what's interesting is these apps are actually available in the vanilla Google Play Store.
Dude, why are you showing this on YouTube? They're gonna give you if you're saying that this is what they don't like and they're gonna give you a strike. Then why are you showing it? If it's in Google Play, I guess it's okay. What?
Google is literally making these apps available to you, but they don't want content creators teaching people about how to use them on their video platform. And if you're not allowed to make videos about PeerTube or GrayJ because it allows people to access YouTube videos in a way that YouTube doesn't like, meaning they're not seeing ads, then it begs the question if you're allowed to make videos about the Brave browser or about Firefox. Because Brave has a built-in ad blocker that works on YouTube, and of course, there's an ongoing cat and mouse game between Google and different ad block developers. Firefox, although it doesn't come bundled with an ad blocker, still supports Manifest v2 APIs, which allows ad blockers like uBlock Origin to block YouTube ads. Another content creator who got a video removed then reinstated a day later was Jeff Geerling for his video, I Replaced My Apple TV with a Raspberry Pi, which demonstrates how to self-host your own media library, and all of the media that he used in this video came from DVDs and Blu-rays that he had legally purchased. So this video isn't teaching you how to do piracy.
Dude, they are really going after these people. Chad, did any of you use this? We disavow massive YouTube. Oh my gosh, what?
in any way. It's not teaching you how to steal quote unquote content from YouTube or download it in an unauthorized manner. I mean, YouTube isn't even involved here. It's literally just like movies and TV series and stuff like that comes on physical media. But clearly the moderation bots and the people working at YouTube, because when you appeal a video takedown, there's supposed to be a real live human being who knows YouTube's policies and watches your video and then decides whether or not it's in violation of them. They didn't agree that this was not piracy at first. And I think the main reason that Jeff's video was restored so quickly is because news of this takedown was starting to go viral on Twitter and other platforms. So Google is clearly ramping up their war against private and self-hosted media consumption. And again, if you understand their business model, you'll understand why Google is fighting. They offer free services, quote unquote, because you are the product. You get to consume content on YouTube in exchange for Google mining your data and your browsing habits. But people shouldn't have to guess whether or not a video will negatively impact Google's bottom line before they publish it. If Google really doesn't want content creators making this content, they should just come right out and say it. And for the sake of YouTube's own profitability, self-hosted media and YouTube downloaders are probably the worst thing that they could focus their content moderation on. There is rampant spam and scam bots on this platform.
Oh my God, you are not lying. Listen, it's a good thing I must admit, I've been a little like a day or two late for the comments here on this channel. But I'm not that way on my political channel because them bots are out like gangbusters on my political channel in the comments section. And I was like, what is this new stuff going on with these bot accounts? And it's like, it's nothing but a pyramid. So you'll see one bot say, this is a actually good video. It reminds me of blah, blah, blah who's also a YouTube creator. And then you'll have somebody underneath them say, yes, I watch their videos a lot. Outstanding person. Great find. Then somebody else underneath there will respond. Now, by the way, this will happen in real time. Back to back to back to back to back. And I'm like, and then they all thumbs up the original poster. And then I just ban them. I banned everybody underneath the poster because they're just working together. And then I banned the original poster. So it doesn't show number one on top of the comment section. That's how that's working now.
Scams being posted as content, new features are getting added and made a default option before they're fully tested and working. Being a good platform to make videos on is the reason that YouTube got to where they are today. But if content creators have to guess whether or not a video about something is going to get them banned, then this just straight up is not going to be a good platform for us to use. So yeah, just want to give you all some background into what's going on with this goofy platform, and I'll probably be looking into other places to upload stuff as long as I want to keep doing it.
I know nobody better than YouTube. YouTube is king. I'm just being honest. YouTube is king. All right. Should we go to no, let's go to Poetic. Okay. We're going to watch this video from Point and Shoot. I just want Flakko to know, okay? Flakko, I doubt you watched this video, but Flakko, if you watch this video, listen to me. You should have never told anyone about Point and Shoot. And I'm going to tell you why. Hear me out. When you did a false copyright claim against them, a copyright takedown and gave them a strike, right? Now, of course, the strike is over with and done because they challenged you and you didn't take them to court or whatever, right? Well, I think you did try to take them to court, but it didn't work or something. I'm not sure. I don't even know what happened about that, right? But you mentioned Point and Shoot, and so we found Point and Shoot. I remember that live stream. I was like, Point and Shoot, what is that? And people in the comments section are familiar with this channel. I never heard of it until Flakko said something. So then when I went to the video, we watched the video where you falsely claimed a video did a false copyright claim, and all to try to get their information. And basically you're just doing it to be vindictive and to censor them. Now, apparently, because I watched one video all the way through, because um, if you watch it all the way through and you make a comment, I didn't even like the video. I didn't dislike the video either. I just made a comment. And the next thing you know, I'm getting, because Point and Shoot doesn't even upload often. They don't upload every week, every other week. They don't do that. They just upload when they got something to say or when they want to clown somebody at No Jumper. And so when that happened, Point and Shoot every time, and I mean every time, Point and Shoot uploads a video. It's on my recommendation page. Let me show you what I'm talking about when I say recommendation page. You see this? This is a recommendation page, right? Let me see if I can make this a little bigger so you guys can see. Hold on a second. What is this over here to the side? Which of the following have you experienced or on YouTube home page today? Oh, good Lord. It doesn't matter. Okay, it says Netflix doesn't deserve your... I only watched one video from Louis Rossman. One. I need to... A part of me wants to put don't recommend this channel anymore, but a part of me is like, I might get some good stuff over here. I am subscribed to Doc, so I expect his stuff to be here. I don't like this being given to me. I definitely watched this pitch meeting. Very funny. Here's more shorts. I don't mind these shorts. And I'm a subscriber to the report of the week. This is my future baby daddy, okay? Of course, y'all know I'm into violin, so of course I'm gonna watch a violin video like this. I love violins, right? And here we go with some more stupid shorts. Okay. So as you can see, these are videos that show stuff I have watched. And it could be like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. Like this Amy Winehouse video. I haven't watched this video in over 5 years. I don't know why it's in my... But it doesn't matter, right? So if you watch a video from beginning to end and you interact with it, they will recommend it to you. I don't think it's a good thing, but I don't think it's a bad thing either. And so had Flakko never mentioned this, I would have never watched this video. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. This guy is hilarious. I love the way he says Flakko's name. He says, "Hey everybody." I love his voice too. His voice is so smooth. Like, "Hey everybody. Today we're gonna talk about Jala." Chala. Oh, okay, here we go. So this is so funny. All right, here we go.
Okay, so for this video, I want to talk to you guys about Poetic Minyango Jala Tokpa.
Frederick Jala is my real name.
Because he's...
He is so funny. Let's do it again. Hold on.
Okay, so for this video, I want to talk to you guys about Poetic Minyango Jala Tokpa.
Frederick Jala is my real name.
Because he is completely out of control. And you're going to see exactly what I mean in the following video. This is going to be an excellent video. Jala is absolutely going to be devastated by this video. And you guys are all going to...
I thought Flakko was going to get lap band surgery. Did Flakko decide not to do that? Let me just say this. Not that I want him to get lap band surgery. He's a man. It should be really easy for him to lose weight versus women. Okay. But this has to, I don't know what's going on with him. Like how he gotten bigger.
absolutely love it. You guys are going to enjoy it, I promise. Wait till you see what I've got. This is absolutely insane. We're going to start here with our first clip. This is Poetic Jala, and he's going to be on No Jumper News, smelling like...
I didn't know that. You can't drink alcohol on lap band surgery? Really? It fills your stomach too. Oh, but you can still drink it. Okay, that shizzle, you just giving fake news. I thought you can't drink it or it's going to mess you up or something, but you can drink it. You just can't drink a lot of it. Okay, you know a lap band surgery is going to make your stomach get filled with anything, right? You can eat a half a bag of chips and still be full, right? You do know that. You shouldn't be drinking if you want to lose weight anyway. The true, Eva. True. My cousin was told that by the doctor she shouldn't drink with beer anymore. Okay, well, you just gave fake news. I thought it was going to mess your stomach up or make the band come up, but you talking about you just saying it's going to fill the stomach up more. I mean, yeah, that's what a lap band's supposed to do.
Like he's got dead animals in his pockets. What? And he's going to get called out by Junkie Josh for basically doing exactly what I said he did, which was orchestrate and facilitate Dodson's firement. And so Josh confirms that I was correct, and this is the first clip. Let's go to this first clip.
They cannot reshape the narrative. When I was the one who told them this is not a good idea, something bad is going to happen when you put these two dudes
I totally respect
in a room.
You assessing the situation.
Yeah, so I was trying to save suspect.
Now over the phone.
He's on Brandon's side. He's been trying to get suspect out for a minute.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm neutral in the situation.
I've seen it. Say that you're siding with Brandon. That's his name, Brandon, right?
He brought Brandon in.
Again.
So Junkie Josh says, he's on Brandon's side. He was trying to get suspect out for a minute.
By the way, let me explain this clip y'all watching right now. This guy is high off his mind, like straight up clunked out on the couch. And you have Adam 22 basically filming him. He doesn't react to anything. They were putting cereal on his face. They was, sticking stuff up his nose. He wasn't reacting to anything. He's like straight up out of it on drugs right now. I want y'all to know that's what y'all looking at right now.
What? And Jala's sitting there like, wait though. So I was actually spot on with that assessment, okay? So I want to move on to this next part because this is where things start getting spicy. This is where the temperature in the room starts to go up a little bit, and this is where Remo calls out Jala for culture vulturism because Jala makes clickbaity titles on his YouTube videos that seemingly are disrespecting and trying to instigate problems with LA gangs. And this is quite serious.
Because you're the one that's antagonizing with your...
How?
Because you made a video saying that this is going to start a LA gang war.
So let me just explain what Remo's talking about. So Almighty Dodson and Brandon don't like each other because Brandon got Dodson fired. And so Brandon called out Dodson.
I don't know. Now, these two people, I don't know anything about them. I don't know who suspect is, okay? The Brandon guy, I kind of know who he is.
For a fade and said, let's meet up at the Marathon Burger in Venice Beach at the grand opening and we'll squabble.
He just walked up to me right now, right? And he said, bro, the nigga was up here.
This is Brandon, by the way.
Nigga Brandon was up here acting like he was ready to give you a fade, right? As soon as you was, because I was posting videos of me walking.
Oh, no, I guess this is suspect. Hold on, I am so confused. I thought this was Brandon. I think this is suspect,
Down the boardwalk, you feel me, saying I was on the way. They started telling that nigga, like, look, he making videos walking down the boardwalk. He said both them niggas got up out of here immediately.
Take over.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I don't got no dog in the fight, fat girl. I told you.
Videos walking.
I don't care about any of this.
Don't like each other because Brandon got Dodson fired. And so Brandon wanted this, but it was too boring of a situation, so he clickbaited and titled it, No Jumper has officially started an LA gang war. And this type of clickbaiting is so disrespectful, especially when you're using No Jumper as like part of the clickbait. So he's using No Jumper and LA gangs to sort of conjure up money and views and engagement for himself. And this is called culture vulturism, and he's being called out by this viciously by his co-hosts here. And to be quite honest, I'm wondering how the 16 feels about Jolly using his brand No Jumper to like create
Yeah, and they call, okay, I've heard more than just him call Adam 22 to 16. And I don't know if they're calling him the 16 because he like 16-year-old or he been in the business for 16 years. I don't know why they call it. Does anybody in the chat know why they call it? Why a lot of people are calling Adam 22 16? Because I don't understand that either. This is something I'm trying to get an understanding of.
Disingenuous titles to get money for himself. I just really am wondering how that makes him feel. Now, this next clip is going to be Jala trying to justify his actions, and wait until you hear how stupid this is. Watch this.
Fire.
I pushed back on that narrative because I didn't say it's going to. Going to means I'm instigating.
Oh, you said it can start an LA gang war.
Going to is instigate. It has, meaning it's already here. I'm just covering it. Like, I'm just reacting to what it's going on.
Warring right now.
So Jala says that the title is completely appropriate because the gang war supposedly already started, and he's not instigating a gang war. It's already started, and he's just covering it as a civilian reporter of the news. This is insane.
Go into is instigate. It has, meaning it's already here. I'm just covering it.
So one of Jala's favorite things to do is instigate violence in the streets of LA, and I've got proof of this. These titles are instigatory according to Jala's definition. What? He says, if it's already started, if the gang beef has already started, then I'm just covering it. Well, what are these titles then? What?
I'm sorry. I have to admit, I do like the way Flakko makes his thumbnails. Like, it's not. I think I might have to just use this. If I ever, I should do an update. There's so much I need to update you guys on Fresh and Fit with Myron Gaines, who's a homosexual. I know I haven't covered those clowns in a long time, but a lot has transpired since the last time I have not covered them. So I just need to give you guys a crash course on what's been going on with them since the red pill is now cringe. So.
Are these titles?
Keep that in mind.
He is literally using LA gang culture to create views for himself so people will click on his videos, and he's doing this without shame. And he's not interested in gang culture in LA. He hates gang culture. He thinks all
Mikey King goes, that doesn't help me. You tell me why he calls himself the 16. You tell me. Why do I have to go to No Jumper and fight? You tell me.
Gang members in LA are goofs, and I have actual physical proof of that. Watch this.
These street dudes been telling on each other since the 70s, bruh. I'll be real. 99.9% of them are rats. So, yeah, a street dude being exposed as a rat ain't no surprise, bruh. 99.9% of them are rats. And I'll be real. The only reason why I don't say 100% because I ain't meet 100% of street dudes, bruh. But 99.9% are rats, right? They will tell on you. They don't got no morals, no principles, no code of conduct. Cut it out, bro.
So Fred Jala actually hates and despises every gang member that Jala's met, he says is a rat. What? That's fucking crazy. So in this next clip I'm going to show you, Jala is going to present his reasoning behind why he's calling this an LA gang war, this fade between two people that aren't even in a gang. He says that this is a gang war because they were gang members standing around at the time, meaning that was, this is really crazy.
Brandon is from a gang. The other person Brandon was with, apparently a gangbanger. And then suspect is pulling up, trying to engage, locating.
Okay, his name is Suspect. My bad.
2 active gang members. So if suspect is pulling up, hunting down 2 active gang members, well, nigga, that's a gang war, nigga, right? Like, y'all are engaged in street conflict with gangs.
So what's going on here is Jala believes that he's smarter than everyone in the room, and he's just going to manipulate and gaslight everyone. I mean, what he's saying is that if a gang member fights a non-gang member, and then there's other gang members who are not even in the same gang are standing around watching.
I don't got no dog in the fight, fat girl. I told you he was on his way. And
then that's an LA gang war. What? That's fucking insane.
Gang war is kind of crazy. And honestly, I didn't know that the other dude.
Suspect had gang members with him. Those 2 dudes are gang members. Like what are y'all talking about here, bro?
Now, this is important. So listen to how Jala's talking to everyone in the room. He's talking to everyone like they're fucking idiots. And how
God, he got big. Guys, Flakko used to be skinny. That YouTube money is too good, dude. He eating like a kang.
He's above them. He knows more than them about Los Angeles gangs. He knows everything. And the people in this room are starting to get mad. And we're going to start seeing the temperature in the room start to rise a little bit. This is going to be a
So he's okay. So Monkey King goes, he's okay with being called the 16. So that's not a name he doesn't like. Cause Flakko don't like being called Jala. He hates, even though that's really his last name. He doesn't. He hates it because of the way, because everybody likes the way Point and Shoe says it. So he doesn't like. So let me get this straight. Adam has no problem being called the 16, right? Oh, people who don't like. Okay, okay. People who don't like Adam call him the 16. Okay, see how easy that was? Why you gotta make things hard for me? See how easy it's gonna tell me? Did you go tell her story over there? No, you tell me, and you told me. So, congrats to you. I'm very proud of you. Flakko means skinny in Spanish for real. Oh man, that's bad. That's bad. Oh,
No, and he's going to be calling out Jala straight to his face about how Jala tries to gatekeep people's name getting mentioned because he doesn't want to give them clout. And Remo's like, no, that's not how it works. You don't run shit here. And this is really interesting. Watch this.
Suspects told the other person, nigga, stay right there. I'm coming for you too. Right?
Oh, so there's someone who?
Don't.
I'm not giving that bitch ass like cloud chaser no thing.
Oh, so Rich Trapper?
Yo, bro. But y'all love to give niggas clout for some reason.
Bro,
that face he made, dude. That face he made, he looked like he just hurt his feelings.
Nigga, and then now it's like, bro.
But what is wrong with y'all? Like why
are you making videos about niggas?
Who?
And then you're talking about him and not referencing him, which creates way more interest.
Bro, if you would have never...
You're doing this.
You're alluding to him, I'm guessing. And
have you watched the video?
Nah.
But y'all love giving niggas like these like free shout outs and
Nah,
clout.
you just don't want us to give shout outs to niggas you got beef with, and that's not how this shit work, nigga. You don't run this shit.
Shout out to
no.
Cause you beefing with a nigga, we supposed to just like,
but the same nigga
not referencing.
We are talking about who Brandon
You're talking about them.
How?
You said he brought up two gang members, and
Stop playing stupid.
You highlighted that he had two gang members.
Whoa, so Junkie Josh seems to have a little bit of that. Oh.
This is so good. Listen, I'm sorry, guys. This is. I really like videos like this. Like, okay, sometimes Point and Shoot talks about people I don't know. So if he talks about people I don't know, I don't watch the video, right? But because I know Josh, I don't know these people personally. Because I know of Josh, because I know Flakko, because I know Adam. Hold on, somebody else. Oh God, what's the other one? He fired twice and then hired him back. Oh God, it's Lush, because I know who Lush is. I know Lush personally. So it's like a lot of these players in the game pieces in this thing. So that's the reason why I find this funny.
Opiate rage, doesn't he? What? He's like, don't fucking wait. What'd he say? Stop playing stupid. What? Fucking Josh needs to settle down. God. So Jala's actually getting everyone very upset, including me, by the way. I'm getting kind of upset just watching.
Members, and
Stop playing stupid.
You highlighted that he had two gang members.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that, Dandy. I think I will play that on another week. Hold on. Dandy, can I tell you why I saw that video? Because Flakko did a video on the Diddy case, and he pisses me off when he talks about the Diddy case. He's constantly like washing Diddy's balls. And I was looking at the comments to see if anybody was going to refute what he said, and they all kept talking about how, Flakko look like he stink, or then they'll go, Jala, I smell you, Jala, and they'll say, Meaning yo, Jala, right? And then other people are Frederick Jala, it's my real name, right? And nobody, let me just say this, every comment, and I'm talking about the 50 top the first 50 top comments, because I stopped after like 53, 54, something like that. They just kept talking about how Flakko looked like he stank. How Flakko, you can smell Flakko from here. I was like, why is everybody talking about that? And then finally, the comment, like maybe the 53rd or the 54th, because I was counting them before I said, oh, somebody said, shout out to Point and Shoot for letting us know that Jala stayed. I said, what? And so as soon as I saw that comment, I went to Point and Shoot and the video had just been uploaded. Like it wasn't even up there for a good hour yet. And I watched it. I said, I was on the freaking floor. I was on the freaking floor laughing my ass off. So I was like, like I said, mind you, I'm not subscribed to Point and Shoot. Okay? I'll get a video recommended to me, but this time I saw the comment section. That's when I realized that he did a video on how Flakko is musty. It is so funny.
How though?
Hey, but did you highlight that he had 2 gang members?
Y'all are obsessed. Y'all are obsessed with saying these niggas' names.
Hey,
I don't
Josh
know why.
finna snap on this nigga. Nah, hold on.
So apparently Jala doesn't want anyone to know who Rich Trapper is. And Rich Trapper, of course, is the guy that does the Trap News Network. He is a blogger. He does a YouTube channel. He's an insider with Los Angeles.
So I don't know who this is right here. Jala had a roach. Ugh, I don't even like seeing those videos. I do have a video of a roach crawling up to Saints, but just in case he want to mess with me. I always got that video on standby. But I hate these roach videos, dude. Ugh.
There's no reason why he should be blackballed other than Jala doesn't like him. And you guys are getting ready to hear exactly why Jala doesn't like him, and you're going to hear it from Jala's fucking mouth. Watch this.
To this extent, show it, nigga. Like you think you like exposing something? Put the messages up. Open the message.
You are literally rolling around
See,
folks,
folks,
over this.
You see, hey, folks, hey, bro.
I want you to know that that's not no jumper doing this. That is Point and Shoot doing these camera angles. That's him doing this.
Again.
Yes, everyone.
Again, folks.
Everyone has seen how big of a liar you are.
Every lie will go unchecked. You
yes,
know,
you're lying.
No lie will go unchecked.
Flakko, what's your issue with him?
And he called me a sex offender. He lied about me having a rape case. What else? So we just.
What's your issues with him?
He lied about me being.
No, you said that there's more. What else?
Yeah, the case shit. He lied. Bro, listen, bro.
Okay, you just repeated the same 2 things. What else?
Those aren't enough to me.
So that's your issue with him?
Yeah.
So, okay.
No.
So why was that so hard for you to say?
What?
Why was that so hard for you to say?
No, I'm saying I don't care. Right?
No. You definitely care.
You definitely care.
You definitely care.
Wait,
I couldn't
No
name
lie
drop
will go
him.
unchecked. There's the Flakko message.
No lie.
No lie will be unchecked though.
You care.
The faces him. The faces he make, I swear.
On his ass, Josh.
You care, Flakko.
Stay
Tell
on his
us.
ass, Josh.
So Josh is just creating a new asshole for Jala. He's just really slicing and dicing him up, and Jala's just getting destroyed by this New Hampshire sass god. And as you can see, Jala is absolutely malfunctioning. He doesn't know what to say. He's getting destroyed. And I want to explain what he's talking about. So Jala is saying that he doesn't like Rich Trapper, and he wants to blackball Rich Trapper because Rich Trapper called him S offender, and that's actually not true. What really happened was Rich Trapper, along with many other people on the internet, got Jala mixed up with his brother, who is a sex offender allegedly. What? And so what was going on was Jala has this brother that is described in court documents, and it sounds just like Jala. It sounds just like Fred Jala. But it's his brother, but Jala denied having a brother forever. So people were like, well, if he doesn't have a brother.
So they're both from Liberia. I didn't even know that.
And this is literally a description of Jala. This, something's going on here maybe. And so this is what people thought. People all over the internet thought that Jala may have been hiding a case, and that's why he lied about being from North Dakota. And this was widely speculated. This was not just Rich Trapper making something up to destroy Jala's character. This was a narrative that was going around very prevalently in the Reddits, in the Discords, everywhere. And so what happened was the 16 of Nashua called his friend 1090 Stakes to look into Jala and look into his background and see if he was an SO. A sex offender.
The best say, yo, why
1090 Jake had a whole bunch of information on Flakko one day that he was gonna expose and shit. So I think
me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, guys, this is so good. I'm sorry. This is some good stuff.
Wait. Pause. Thank you so much, Brian.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you for opening up, because again, I'm correcting all lies on this podcast now, okay?
Go to the video.
So this young lady's being a total sweetheart here. She's not complaining at all for having to sit with this Jala, smelling him, listening to him. And so she turns to Icon, who she came with, and she motions with her head. She's like, let's get the fuck out of here. Fuck No Jumper.
You open up the rabbit hole. Let's go down the rabbit hole.
Let's go.
We're gonna be here for like 3 hours.
Let's do.
When I got to No Jumper, No Jumper told 1090 Jake.
So how's the 16 supposed to prey on these young women if Jala's chasing him away with his stench and his mouth? And so this is insane.
When I got to No Jumper told 1090 Jake to do like investigation on me, right?
Who did?
No Jumper did.
Who the fuck is No Jumper?
I don't know. He told No Jumper.
Oh my God. Is Adam on drugs or something? I'm sorry. I'm saying this as a bisexual woman. Okay, so keep that in mind. Who wants to see this in corn as a woman? Men, I don't, y'all in another class, but as a woman, who wants this on top of them? Who wants to see this in corn? He is uber skinny, and these tats are nasty looking. Ew.
After doing this full-on research on me, bro, there ain't shit here. But somehow he told you the truth that he found crazy dirt on me and he was about to drop it. He did his full-on investigation and found out.
And see, that's bad when Spitfire don't even want to see it. As a gay man.
Yeah, bro. And he's not David Jala. This shit is all lies and cap. But you're saying that, because again, y'all talk a lot.
Like 2 years ago when we talked about this shit, and I remember 2 years ago.
And that's what I'm talking about, though.
And he said that he did look into you, and he found some shit about some guy named Jala. And I guess whoever the fuck David Jala is,
you feel me?
That's your brother?
Again, right? David, wait, pause, right?
Whoever the fuck that is.
No, pause. Well, like stepbrother, right? But again, that's
your brother. Y'all got the same last name.
Again, if he told niggas that he got dirt on me, he's a fucking liar. Feel me? And again, it's fuck this nigga. If he's telling niggas that he got dirt on me, that's a fucking lie.
So I want to explain what's going on. So Jala has a very shady past. He started his internet career by being an online stalker and doxist for the Dr. Umar sector. What? He used to harass people, dox people, make up rumors about people, pretend to be gay, and just solicit people on Craigslist.
Why don't you want to acknowledge the good guys? Because of the Rico? Because of Catherine Brown?
I don't know what the good guys is, but I do
know is poetic.
You remember Speakeasy? You remember?
So the Minyango was his online persona. Judge referral. Oh no, is that his real name? Defendant Minyango Tokpa. Oh, is that his real name? Minyango Tokpa Jala?
Easy, Flakko.
Yo, I remember Speakeasy. That's my nigga.
You have to be very smart to like.
That's average though.
To hire gay niggas.
See, look. Look how skinny Flakko was back in the day. What this was? I don't even know what year this was. You see how skinny he was? I'm gonna have to get up and get some water. I cannot keep this show going without any water going on. Hi, Mackenzie. Hold on, I'm gonna let y'all watch this while I get some water. Hold on a second.
Craigslist and stuff.
Yo, bro, I heard that bullshit.
They be wanted for the FBI.
Yo, I heard.
And then like spoof people's numbers and create lies about people in order to serve Dr. Umar's agenda. And so this caused Jala to develop quite a large digital footprint, and people were able to look into his past and find his name and everything else. So people were Googling his name and they came across this David Jala, who has a R-word case out of the state of Ohio. And so people found this, and Jala always denied having a brother, so they were thinking like, well, if he doesn't have a brother, then this has to be him, right? And so this was a rumor that was going around, and Jala wouldn't dispel the rumor. He wouldn't come out and address it. He would just ignore it and hope that it went away, and this caused even more suspicion to surround his name. Because any normal person that it wasn't them, they would come out and say, no, this is actually, unfortunately, my brother. I'm very ashamed of him. I've disowned him, but that's not me. I just want to make that clear. I want people to understand that that's not me. Jala never did that. He went like years without doing that, and the rumors just kept snowballing and, developing into something much larger. And Jala was very stupid for that, but you can't blame people for speculating and coming up with theories based on hard evidence that they're finding on the internet. Now, Jala would use this rumor against anyone who discussed this rumor, and he would basically make out the people discussing the rumor as accusers, like they were attacking his character, accusing him of something that they know wasn't true. He's done this to every single...
So he was a little thinner here, but he was, you can say, getting a little big, but nothing how he is now, though. So he was just, I guess you say, like... 25, 30 pounds overweight in this one right here.
Person he's ever had beef with. And so I want to show you this clip of him accusing Lush of making up a rumor about him, and this is when he called out Lush for
I got a last name, bro, and we are very prideful people, dog. Like, my last name, I would die for that, bro. You feel me? Like, I would lay that shit out and crash out for my last name, dog. So when I see niggas saying that I have an open case and then implying that it's something of nature, dog, I can't let that go, Lush. You feel me? Lush told niggas that I had an open case out and insinuating that it's something sexual of nature. Now, I cannot...
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say 25 pounds overweight? I'm sorry. Miscalculation. I was totally going by the face. When they wide out, I was like, oh, no. I'm still, what? No. Sorry. That was grossly underestimated, right?
Tolerate that. And as a man, dog, I need that fade outside, yo.
This nigga Flakko just act.
So this exact clip, this exact interaction back in the day is what caused me to become aware of the situation.
Yeah, I was totally off. 25, I said 25 pounds.
With this rumor, so I looked into the rumor myself and decided that, I wanted to explain to the audience what Jala is talking about here. So I did actually talk about this pre-existing rumor in one of my videos. In a very small portion of the video I talked about it. I was like, Jala keeps lying and lying and lying, and so when these rumors pop up, they can't really, they think that this may be the reason why he's lying so much. He's trying to hide the truth. And it was because I talked about this very alarming rumor in one of my videos. This is what gave Jala the justification to send me copyright strikes. What? Because he said that I was calling him a sex offender and a rapist and everything else. Look at this.
You're the majority. Point and shoot is original content. How do you feel about that?
Bro, listen, but bro, enjoy that content, bro. That's your right? I'm just saying, bro, you don't have the right to call me a sex offender and put my face on paperwork and blast it, knowing that's not me and knowing that's not my name, but you are implying and trying to get people.
Yeah, but you can't do that with copyright strikes. You could sue. You can maybe even do a privacy takedown, but you can't do a copyright strike. That's just awful. And like I said, I would have never known point and shoot exists I would have never known they were here had you not done that. And in my opinion, if they got me to watch their videos, I'm sure you basically giving these false copyright strikes, it's just basically giving them more clout. Because it's getting somebody like me who I don't even go on that side of YouTube. But I make an exception for a point and shoot though.
That is me, right? Again, it'll be different if he genuinely didn't know. Yeah, once you go like that far, nigga, it's fuck you for life.
So you saying like it's past content?
Yeah,
It's fucking
yeah.
trying to ruin your name. He's trying to ruin your name in this shit.
So I want you guys to understand what Jala did. So Jala sent my channel a copyright strike for copyright infringement for some clip that I used that has nothing to do with this. And he's justifying sending me a false copyright strike because he didn't like what I was saying about him. What? That's not allowed. You can't use copyright strikes because of defamation issues or anything like that. It can only be used if you have a good faith belief that copyright infringement is going on.
But I can't talk because I already know people right now is in the comment section commenting, Flakko, you filed a copyright strike. Yeah, my copyright strike was a little different, all right? The dude was taking a significant portion of my content, by the way, putting it on his Patreon behind a paywall.
So I do have footage of...
And this is not behind a paywall. This is actually free. If you go to Point and Shoots, he has it set it up like he has his Patreon set up like I have my Patreon set up. Like there are paid material on there. There's some material behind a paywall on there, but there's also free stuff on there too for the free membership stuff. Like if you just want to join and just watch some free stuff, he has this video and another video about Flakko's girlfriend or whatever in the Patreon as well.
Jala and some girl, and they're kissing and they're doing all a bunch of crazy stuff, and it's on Patreon right now for free. You can just go to Patreon and just scroll down and view it for free. There's no charge.
What? Charging people to view my content. And then the dude was also putting in his videos, he lied about me being on a registry, lied about me having a felony. Dude said that I was like S offender, which is not true at all. I've never been to prison. I've never done anything nasty in my life whatsoever. And then the dude would show like fake paperwork that he concocted himself.
So everything that you just heard out of Jala's mouth was a straight up lie. What? I never called him a sex offender. I never.
And the fact that he keep using Lil John's what?
Never said that he was an R-wordist. I never said that he was on a registry. I've never even said the word.
True, Mackenzie. I can't stand it either, especially as a small channel. You know what I'm saying? Like Duke the Dawn. If you want to know something, like I expect Daisy doing something like that to my channel, right? And it worked. What she did got my original live stream exposing her ass. It got taken down, right? But I thank God I had a backup. So I just edited the stuff about the pills. I edited the stuff about her abortion papers or whatever. I edited all that out, and I'm like, okay, I'm still gonna upload it and let everybody know you fake as hell, right? But like, Dookie Dawn tried to get me to take the video where he was making threats about me. Like he was like, I'm gonna make a phone call. I'm like, make your phone call. Like I'm sorry, y'all forgot I'm part of the generation that's like, do it. You don't scare me. Your fake lawsuit that you never filed didn't scare me. And your whole thing going, I'm gonna make a bunch of phone calls. Listen, I don't have a dirty past. The only thing you guys can find out about me is stuff that I'm proud of, and that is me being a naturopath and me actually being a dominatrix, a professional dominatrix. Two things I enjoy doing. It just shows I got a yin and I got a yang. I got a nice side and I got an evil side. And I'm proud of both of them. It gives me balance. So it's like there's nothing else you guys don't have. Y'all don't have nothing else on me. And so when he told me something, I'm going to just do a background check. Do it. These people forget that I was a police officer for 5 years. I can't have no dirty past trying as a police officer, as well as starting my own security company. What y'all think this is? And I abide the law. I am a law-abiding citizen.
Registry in my fucking life. What? Jala's just making all this up because he's trying to justify his actions. He's trying to, he was facing a lot of backlash for sending those strikes to dox me. So now he's just trying to justify it by saying that he was defaming my character. I never said any of that. And I want to show you a clip of the video he's talking about, and I want you guys to decide if you think I'm going out of my way to try to convince everyone that he's a racist. People are thinking that this could be Flakko. His last name's Jala. He's from Liberia. He stutters when he gets stressed out. I mean, this stuff is all pretty consistent, I think. And so it's all really interesting. And so a lot of people looked at this and they made the connection and they were thinking maybe this is why Flakko lies about everything. This is why he's trying to erase his past. This is why he says that he's from North Dakota, even though he's from Darby, Pennsylvania. And so it was all clicking. It was all starting to make sense. And so Lush was made aware of this document on the internet from the Reddit and the Discords. And he may or may not have Lush never made an accusation against Flakko. He was just saying that this document exists. That's all he said. That's all anyone said. No one even said it was for sure him. They just wondered if it was him because of all the similarities, okay? It's very simple, but Flakko wanted to pin this on Lush as the reason he wanted to fight him because he wanted Lush to seem like Lush was over the line and like making crazy accusations that could eliminate his character. And so this is what Jala does when Lush exposed Jala for lying about it.
I think the reason why I like this is because these are some grown-ass men acting so effeminate.
His past, he came at Lush with, "You're calling me a sex offender." And this is what he did with Rich Trapper and me and everybody else that he doesn't like. He tries to, what he's trying to do is he's trying to defame our character. What? He's making up lies about us, saying that we did this and I never called him a sex offender. I was just describing why people may have thought he was, and it was a valid opinion, it was a valid thought, So this is what Jala did to me, and this is why he's going around telling everyone that I'm a defamer of him, and this is why he sent me false copyright strikes. So don't be mad at Jala for sending false copyright strikes. He was being defamed. He had no choice
whatsoever. And then the dude would show like fake paperwork that he concocted himself to prove that I was a S offender.
Okay, so why is Jala defaming my character? I mean, this is crazy. So that paperwork I showed was directly from the Reddit, and I described in the video that this is from Reddit, and it's still in the Reddit. I mean, it's just, Jala is a pathological liar.
Oh, no, Jumper has
once
a
you
Reddit.
see somebody lying to that extent, deliberately trying to destroy you and banking on the public's ignorance of not really, having to do their research to find out, this was fake paperwork, this is not Flakko, this is all a lie, I have to take action. So I took action how I seen fit.
Now, are the copyright strikes false? No, they're not. Do I care if they are? I don't. My goal isn't a copyright strike. My goal is something much larger, and this is just the first step. Getting your identity by forcing you out of your rabbit hole with this copyright.
And
so what
Flakko,
you're saying is Jala's actually going out of his way.
And that's why people are against you, because you can't use the copyright system like that. People who did that with me, on my political channel, was to just give me false copyright strikes. And I'm like, okay, here's my name. Now what you going to do about it? Now they would not get the address, right? Because I always had a business address listed. So I was like, as long as you got a business address, that's fine. But it's like, y'all don't scare me. Here you go.
To try to paint me as like this evil person that maliciously attacked him with lies that I knew were false in order to destroy his character. And this was his way of justifying sending me false copyright strikes to get my information so that he could dox my family.
Are you going to take it a full weight and sue him for a copyright? No. So what I said was, I'm not taking it the full weight. I'm good enough by just having his name, his address, his number. Mm-hmm. I'm good enough with just identifying who this person is. So hence, if they make lies about me and in the future, I now have your information, and we can handle it the right way. But once people begin to finish, he called you a sex offender here.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
I know that.
So no one knew that because it wasn't true. I never called him a sex offender. He made that up. He completely made it up. And this is what he's accusing everyone else of doing to him. He says that I made up that he's a sex offender. He says Rich Trapper made up that he's a sex offender. He says Lush won the cocaine bot. I mean, it's just, it's never ending, the lies. And this is why he's known as a liar.
Said I addressed it, and then y'all quickly pivoted to who cares.
Well, everyone in the group chat or in the chat calling you a liar, so.
it's a fence. I don't care, right?
So the girls
Oh, this is so good. This is
had
so
enough
good.
actually, and so they're just gonna get up and walk off the fucking show because of Jala.
We're gonna be here for like 3 hours.
Let's do it.
When I got to know Jumper, said it, and on the little Patreon shit,
This week sometime.
they did that. No Jumper told him to investigate Flakko, and he did a full-on investigation, and came back and told them, oh, I mean, like I don't see shit here.
Yeah, so who in their right mind would want to sit in that stank-ass room listening to this stank-ass blogger just spew all these lies and just... I really don't blame them for leaving. And so they left. And I just think it's so interesting that there's so many people that sing...
This is the thing, too. I like what he's doing because I should do the same thing. Like, he takes their footage... and he just focuses on different parts of Flakko's body. And I'm like, this is so good. I'm going to use this. If I go after more likely some woman, you know what I'm saying? Because, let me see. Is there a male red pillar that I go after who's fat? No, I don't think so. It's always somebody like some damn woman, right? With like Rachel Wilson or something like that, right? I should start doing this, right? This is so genius.
Handedly made up lies about Jala. What? First, it was 1090 Jake's making up lies about him. He's lying about him. He's lying. And then it was Lush won the cocaine bot. He's lying. He's making up lies. I got my last name, dog. I need to fade outside. And then it's Point and Shoot made up all these lies and created fake paperwork and all this stuff.
Well,
And
Brian
now-
Brian lost the weight. Look, Brian is not fat like he. We fat shamed him, and I told this. Sean even said this. Actually, I think we just talked behind the scenes. Fat shaming works for the most part. It works for the most part. We fat shamed the hell out of Brian. Brian lost at least 50 pounds so far. And he's still got something to go, but he's not as big like he used to. So I've noticed that. Andrew on the other hand got a little bigger. So yeah, that's increasing in weight.
It's Rich Trapper and 17,000 other people. What? So Jala is a pathological liar, and this is his way out of everything. He called me a racist. That's why I do what I do. That's why I'm such a terrible person, is because people make up lies about. That's his thing. That's his thing. And so now that the guests have left and the show is ruined, the 16 of Nashua comes into this room with this funny ass build, and he starts to.
Yeah, what in the world? What is this? Oh, I just don't understand how corn has. Not that I'm a corn connoisseur. I don't watch it, but I thought that corn on the cob men like look really good. Like, this is what you got to deal with here. What the ew.
Shit on the GDs
The
and
bar
Larry
is
Hoover
low.
and say that 1090 Jake was right. And Jala goes on to say that all people in the streets, all gang members, have mental illness.
Again, it's still retarded, but I feel like that's like their logic, right? He's like their god.
And based on that article, it would appear that he definitely did tell.
The new excuse now for snitching is the police be lying. So if like there's no interrogation footage or me writing a sworn statement or me coming to court, then it's the police word versus my word.
Give me a reason why 1090 Jake is under fire.
Well, one is this, like people, again, man, when dealing with street dudes, I feel like rationality isn't really like a thing, right? They're irrational, they're emotional, these dudes are unhinged, right, and mentally ill, which is, again, it takes some form of a mental illness to say, yo, I'm about to join a gang and throw my entire life away, right?
So Jala says every gang member, every street dude that he knows is mentally ill. What? I think it's mental illness to go around lying about where you're from, where you grew up, how tall you are, how fat you are, how much you don't stink. And I think it takes a level of mental illness to send some female that won't touch you 6 figures for no reason to call herself your girlfriend. That's mental illness to me. Now, I do have to go. I've got some prior engagements, but I thank you guys for watching. Join the Patreon if you want tons of hours of point and shoot, and I'll see you on the next one.
Okay. That was pretty good. I like. Let me tell you something. Like I said, if he's talking about somebody I know, Point and Shoot did a video I have not watched because I'm like, I don't know who this is. This video right here, King Von was a serial killer. I don't know who this is, so I wasn't going to watch it. And I didn't know who this was. 1090 Jake keeps getting destroyed. I don't know who that is. And so these are the videos I don't watch. So when Flakko is on it, I watch. So I watched this one right here, right? So this one right this So I watched this video, and I definitely, we just watched this one, and I watched this one too. So it's like when he talks about stuff I don't know, I'm like, I don't watch it. But when he talks about stuff I like, when he talks about people, like whether it's Adam 22 or if it's Flakko or not Suspect, Lush, and the other guy, I just forgot his name real quick. So if we talk about that, you know, yeah, it did work on Pam. It did work on Pearl Dandy. You know, she lost it. That's what I'm saying. We talk, and then of course, Rachel is on Ozempic. For some reason, it's not working as effectively like everybody else. So when we fat shame people, they lose weight. So yeah. So anyway, okay. This is a video by iDubbzzz. Not iDubbzzz. This is a video by Willie Mack going after iDubbzzz. I did not know iDubbzzz was a virgin and that his current wife took his virginity. That explains a lot. And I also agree that with everybody else on Twitter is that iDubbzzz has an humiliation fetish. So yeah, and that also Anissa, although his wife, has to be his dom too. So that just explains so much to me. But she complains that he doesn't like to get pegged. So she does complain about that. She's like, Ethan won't let me he won't let me peg him. He hates that. He doesn't like nothing up his butt, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, okay, he definitely is a sub. Okay, hold on, so I'm gonna get something out of the fridge. Hold on a second, watch this, y'all.
What is happening right now? I'm seeing iDubbzzz and Noah Sampson act like Ethan receiving human skulls in the mail is just a funny meme.
Your opinion on the skulls, and did you send them?
I didn't send the skulls. I don't know. I thought the skulls thing was kind of humorous to hear that. Especially when I heard that they were like from skulls.com or something like that. That made it funny.
Just a death threat to a father, a family.
Yeah. Was it a death threat?
I'm just kidding.
These two guys are pieces of crap, dude. Hold on a second. Let me increase this. Okay. All right.
Yeah, no.
Yes, the threat is motivated on your community slandering Ethan as a racist who loves genocide. The threat so obviously is, you don't know who we are, but we know where you and your family live. I thought Ian would be empathetic towards this, since he thought Sam Hyde was gonna kill him for no reason.
It was the craziest thing because Anissa said to me, she's like, Kate, you don't understand. Ian and I both believe that Sam Hyde would really come and find me and would actually murder me. So that's the reason why we have to take all these precautions. And I'm just like, are you sure? I'm coming to kill you!
I was like, I think the guy's a millionaire. I was like, I don't think he's gonna risk his
freedom to kill you. He is a millionaire.
Meanwhile, two low-level staffers at the Israeli
He is a millionaire. He ain't trying to mess up his money.
Embassy were killed in the name of stopping a genocide. The same thing these guys accuse Ethan and his family of defending. But Ethan's crazy for being worried.
There is no genocide. There is no genocide. I would say, stop this lying.
No, this is a hallucination. I will say it once again. If I don't think it's appropriate for someone to call CPS on Ethan Klein, why the f would I ever think it's appropriate for someone to kill Ethan Klein? Are you stupid? Of course, that is insane.
No, but you'd still praise them and hop on streams with them. Adam Panada is encouraging people to continue to make false CPS calls to Ethan and Gila. He's acting like it's a big joke.
Hello, is this Child Protective Services? Yes, thank you. I'd like to report a case of endemic dog infestation, and it also contains two Zionists. And as we all know, Zionists are baby killers, so I think this is a very dangerous situation for the children, given the dog and the Zionists keep those kids safe.
This might be funny.
Whenever you hear these people talking about Zionists or baby killers, Zionists or genociders, they're just projecting. These people literally supports the R-wording of women that are Israelis by these people who call themselves Palestinians. They don't even call themselves Palestinians. They call themselves Gazians or something like that. It's really pathetic. That's the reason why I can't wait to go and look at the video I'll probably show it tomorrow on the live streams for the political channel of all these libtards getting their clock rocked, okay, in Egypt, pretending to be for Gaza, not knowing that Egyptians hate people from Gaza.
Actually happening. This guy is also a serial doxer. He's doxing people on Twitter right now as we speak. It's
wait, did I just get... Yep. Oh! Thank you so much, Mackenzie. Mackenzie just gifted some stuff to Jordan. Jordan, you got yourself a gifted membership. R. Howard, you got yourself a gifted membership. Jerry, you got yourself a gifted membership. And Marco, you got yourself a gifted membership. And am I missing anybody? Oh, and that Shizzle. That Shizzle got a gifted membership. There you go, 5. Thank you so much for Mackenzie. I appreciate the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
To me that we have this group of people.
Let me see if we finish.
Yep.
Okay, I think. Yep, that's the last one. Thank you, Mackenzie.
People that have devolved into this mentality where lying is completely okay. Hassan's biggest fan account is spreading the lie that Asmin killed his mom. Just makes it up. Even Frogan, the least relevant Hassan groupie, is completely lying about her past statements, saying veterans deserved PTSD.
I'm a live streamer as well. I know being live for hours and hours on end, you can misspeak, and that is exactly what happened whenever I said the thing about the U.S. military.
Bro, you didn't misspeak. You were serious.
I will never have any pity for any soldiers. The U.S. military? Who f***ing who? I hope you get PTSD. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into America.
She lives in Michigan, by the way. And then you double down the next day laughing at what you said.
And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base? Base?
These people are such cry bullies. If you aren't 100% with them, you're against them. A Twitter account posts that Hassan was banned for a day. Well, Hassan frames them as an agent of Israel. Hassan replies, every blue check power farmer is an Israeli dick rider on this website. This guy didn't say anything. All he did was report your ban. And you have a blue check mark. Frogan sees Asmin speak mildly about political content on Twitch. In Frogan's eyes, he's discriminating against her.
If I wanted to optimize ad revenue, you know what I would do?
I'm so glad that not him in a McDonald's outfit. McDonald's outfit. I'm so glad that Asmin is on top and more relevant to Hassan because Hassan hates every minute of it.
I'd ban politics. The odds are that me and Hassan and Tectone and Frogan and Denims and Central Committee cause 90% of the PR problems on the entire website.
Honestly, facts. Frogan tweets, you consider me political because I wear a hijab. I am not like you and don't make political content anyway, but typing a tweet once in a while. What reality is she living in? No one mentioned your hijab. Now we have the newest rising star in Hassan's orbit, iDubbzzz, who's consistently used Creator Clash as a way to shield criticism because it's a charity event.
It's disappointing and it makes me sick to see him, like, you know, using the event as a way to, like, attack me back or whatever.
The new management of Creator Clash 3 revealed that Ian and Anissa were taking 34% of the profit from this event. Was Ian really?
Yeah, so he had promoted it as a charity event. That's why I'm sorry. To this day, anytime some celebrity or anytime some political official or anytime some social media personality promotes something saying that this is a charity event, I never give to it because I never trust them. There's not one person I go, oh yeah, that's definitely going to go to charity. If I need, if somebody's raising money for, let's see, there was a charity event for, I think it was for, people who couldn't afford to get on dialysis or something like that. And I just donated to the daggone hospital themselves personally. I'm like, I don't need you. I'm gonna bypass you and just why do I need a middleman? I'm just gonna donate directly to that thing. Damn, need you. Uh-oh. Okay, we go.
Concerned about his charity possibly failing, or did he only care about his bottom line?
Don't worry, Ela. I'm not going to blame you guys for anything Creator Clash related. I know you're terrified of taking accountability for anything, so that will rest solely on my shoulders. But I can't speak for the internet. The internet might actually blame you guys for it.
Actually, the internet came after you, idiot. Amazing. You thought that you was so big that you thought everybody was going to go after Ethan and Ela. Hila, sorry. Hila. No, Ela, that's her name. Sorry.
cooking with this. Since then, Freddie Wong seemingly dropped out of the event. After seeing Ian drag Creator Clash through this drama, both the fighters from the main event dropped out of Creator Clash 3, blaming Ian for it. The event went from an arena that hosted 20,000 people to one that has a capacity of 4,000. A reputable harm has been done to this charity event. Everyone rightfully blames Ian and Anissa, but the funniest part is it's barely a charity event at all. Ian responded on Reddit, "We restructured so the funds for our charity partner would be raised on Tiltify, separate and apart from the actual event." The Tiltify is essentially when you go to Walmart checkout and ask you to round up $1 for charity. That's the extent of the charity aspect. People joke that this event would be a disaster like TanaCon.
You're saying the event is going to be worse than TanaCon?
But TanaCon's problem was that too many people showed up. For this one, there might be too many folding chairs. Yes, this is the actual venue. To hear
No, that wasn't. Was that really? And now they moved it to California and it's going to even be smaller.
Cry about, oh, this charity event's getting ruined when no pay-per-view sales, ticket sales, or profits from concessions is going to charity is a whole nother level of dishonesty.
What was the charity for? Like cancer research, or I don't even remember.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
Stand Up to
cancer is bad. Comes below, I don't like this guy, and I'm going to talk about not liking this guy before I talk about cancer is bad, because I don't really care about either, but I'm more likely to make videos out of that guy, and whoever gets in the way of that, even if it's kids with cancer, fuck them.
Noah, do you not know cancer is bad? Are you unaware? Oh, sorry guys, can't criticize Ian. There's this crazy disease nobody's heard of called cancer. This has been a disastrous event. It's worthy of criticism.
The way I see it is I think the common defense from the other side would be something along the lines of like, don't use charity as a shield. But I think they completely missed the point that it's like, it's not a shield. It's just like,
it is a shield.
Hurt me as much as you want. You know, it's basically saying like, you
shield.
do not have a case. You are not winning. You are not.
I don't understand how iDubbzzz have gotten to this point right now where he's just so blind and can't see how he's on the wrong side of this whole entire argument.
I got a super chat.
And he's on the totally wrong side of everything. Mark, thank you so much for the Canadian money. Frogan should just wear a burqa and spare our eyes. She should wear an entire tarp.
Boom! Headshot!
An entire tarp. Just put an entire top over her body and put 2 holes in there so she can see through it.
Hurting me. So you're trying to find other ways to hurt me. You are like, you're kind of by attacking this other thing, by triangulating this other thing, you are proving that nothing's working, you know?
Yeah.
And
oh man.
Yeah, man, that was completely retarded. Your own fighters are dropping out of the event. You think it's all malicious? They just want to hurt you? All of this genuine criticism is just a lie to you. Here's Wade, one of the commentators, talking about how misled he was.
You're telling people it's a charity event. Stop telling people that, because it's not what it is. That was the whole issue with the lack of communication behind number 1 and 2. That it's a charity event, charity event, charity event. It's not a charity event. It's a boxing event that you are perpendicularly associating with a separate charity that has nothing to do with people buying the boxing event. I was a part of the event and didn't know any of this. I didn't know where money is going, outside of the fact that I was offered and said no.
Jayla Ray, one of the fighters, didn't understand that this wasn't a charity event.
Those of you that don't know, I'm going to be boxing in Creator Clash 3 in Tampa, Florida this June 28th. I'm very excited. You can grab your tickets now. In-person tickets are on sale and pay-per-view tickets are on sale as well. You can go grab pay-per-view tickets now. All proceeds from this event are going to Stand Up to Cancer.
That is just not true. The proceeds are profit for the organizers. Only the Tiltify money goes to charity. What was Ian's response in his newest video? Well, it's just a miscommunication.
I have felt extremely handcuffed.
And this is the thing, like, holy smokes, you got caught lying about a charity event that's really for profit. You got, like, straight up caught lying.
By Creator Clash these past years because I'm not an expert communicator and I don't know how to convey things, not over-communicate, not do all these things that potentially put the event at risk and put other people at risk. And that's kind of why I wanted to step away from this event. It feels like it's inhibiting my ability, like the business side of things, like inhibits my ability to communicate openly and effectively.
He's such a liar, dude. He's lying out of his mouth. And truth be told, I'm really happy that your boxing event is going to fall for the second time. Like the first one you had was very successful and it was legit for charity events. The second one, you lost over $250,000 in it. Okay, you went into the red. And this one, you're going to go to the red too. You're just a bad person. You can just hang this up. Now your legacy is known to be a scammer. And also, you support terrorists.
effectively, especially when there's so many people counting on me to, do that well.
You don't have to be an expert communicator to let people know that this is a for-profit event. The new people that took over made it clear in just a few lines on the transparency page of the Creator Clash website. When things evolve, each new iteration is supposed to get better, like phones or tools, not Creator Clash. The fourth one's going to be held in Ian's backyard. But the best example of evolution might be Exter Wallet. Exter is innovating the wallet game with a slim, slick design, a button that makes all your cards easily accessible, and a finder card so you never lose your fail, but if it somehow succeeded, we would donate that money anyway. You just have to trust
Field with the change of ownership
/WillyMaxShow and use code WillyMaxShow to get 50% off your order. Thank you, Exker, for sponsoring this video.
Was revealed with the change of ownership that Anissa and I, because we're 1/3 ownership of Creator Clash the business, that we were getting 34% of the profit share. We weren't anticipating this event doing well. Like, we wanted to do well enough to pay back the investors, of course. So that's one of the reasons that we were, okay with the profit share thing.
So you guys were expecting it to fail? That's why I think it's so cowardly you guys bailed out of this event. Doesn't it seem like he made this content cop to get bad press so he could drop out? It's interesting how it took till now for moves to be made to make sure this event isn't a complete financial failure.
But another part of it as well is that the contract wasn't structured in a way that the profit share could just directly go to charity. It was told to us, like, you could just donate your portion of the profit share to charity after the event. So we were like, okay, fine. Now, I know some people will find it hard to believe.
Okay. So when you do an event that's for profit, you are not the middleman. There is a direct line to either the bank to hold it in escrow to make sure everything clears, and then they send it directly to their charity, or it goes directly to the charity's bank account. I've never heard of, send the money to me and then I'll send the money to the charity. I've never seen, I'm not saying that doesn't happen. Just never seen that before, unless you plan on taking advantage of the event and just you're going to pocket most of the money and give a small percentage. Because I've seen that done before, where they say proceeds are going to go to women with cancer or breast cancer awareness or something like that. And they'll pocket 90% of the money, and they'll basically put the rest of it with to be paying for the website, the venue, whatever. And then they'll send 5% or 7% to the cancer or the charity.
That Anissa and I were just going to give our portion of the profit share to charity. There's nothing I could really say to, I think, convince them otherwise. It was up to our discretion at the end of the day.
The reasoning is so weird. We took profit knowing that the event would fail, but if it somehow succeeded, we would donate that money anyway. You just have to trust us on that. Why not just have that in the contract? Instead of it going to you and Anissa, it goes to charity. Can it not be written in? Am I missing something? Brother, you and your wife aren't exactly known as honest people.
I'm very happy
They're not. Like, I can't believe... But this what goes to show you what the lack of discipline will do to a man. Because you hooked up with a girl who's very experienced, and she turned you out. She literally turned you out. And she's, she got financially rewarded for that, but she's with a sucker, and she's not happy about it. And it doesn't look like you happy about it either. You look so miserable. The iDubbzzz I'm looking at right now is totally different from the iDubbzzz back in your heydays. I wish I could go back to your old videos that you deleted, where you were extremely happy and crazy and funny and stuff like that. Just like now you're just a shell of yourself.
This year money is being raised for charity, and I'm glad to know that it's already more successful than year 2. Mission accomplished as far as I'm concerned.
That money wasn't raised by you. It was raised by Hassan reacting to Ethan's content nuke. If you don't host your event at all, that money still goes to charity. You've done nothing.
You go figure. The white guy 8 years later is like, I think Anita Sarkeesian was kind of onto something. There's a lot of assholes on the internet, and they're kind of misogynistic too, I think. It's crazy what a little CTE.
See, he looks so different here. Also, your fund, you basically still in the hole though. Thank goodness the charity get a little bit of money, but you guys still in the red. You were in the red for that one, and you're in red for this one too.
Or the level.
This is something you said, by the way. I'm not making this up. You said it.
A woman will do to you.
Whenever you're around Anissa, you look like an abused dog.
I just want to ask him if you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
Because since I've known you, you've always had like IBS. You've always been shitting yourself.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm not
Oh,
gonna
he's at a
spend.
cafe.
Who does this to their husband on live TV, dude? Who does? Like I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. This is a DS relationship. DS means dominating submissive. Okay, she's the domina, he's the submissive. There's no way. Now y'all know I'm against couples fighting on the internet. I don't like that. I think that's awful. Keep the internet out of your business. Let hoodlums like Cardi B, you know what I'm saying, fight on the internet. But like, you know, like when you are in a relationship, the internet should not have a front row seat to what's going on in your relationship. And the fact that she said this about him and he just sits here, looks defeated, it's just ridiculous.
Burton, has he always had IBS? Ian's just looking like a shriveled. You look like the grandma from SpongeBob. The chocolate grandma. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what's happened to Ian. He has zero confidence. He doesn't even know how to speak for himself anymore. His boxing coach is telling stories on how Anissa tells Ian when he's hungry.
One time we ended sparring, and afterwards everybody...
So did he really get a vasectomy? Is that true? Mars, did he really get a vasectomy?
He's hanging out, and she walks up to Ian and she goes, "You're hungry."
Yes.
And then so they had to leave because Ian was hungry.
Do you feel like I speak too much for you? Like in this,
I don't think so. You know me better than like I think it's a weird.
Seconds right hand, Alex Wasabi.
Well, I shouldn't say it's weird. The reason Anissa does it is because typically, whatever the topic is, she's filling in the blank. Because I don't say it for myself. I think a lot of the times, you know, my head's in a different
true.
space.
You're not kind to yourself. You've never been kind to yourself, and you'll never share. Like if you're in a room with a bunch of people and people are talking about like what they accomplish or what they've done, you'll never ever speak up about that.
Does she change her diapers too? I don't know how much weight.
Yeah, Mike, she's not kind to him either, but she's the domina, she's not supposed to be, right? Like, yeah, you're right. She isn't kind to him, but if she's supposed to be like, I'm just assuming. Let me just be clear. I'm assuming this because I'm watching the dynamics between the two. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way you would do this to a popular YouTuber on live stream.
To put into what this guy's saying, maybe he's just angry and trying to get back at them for some reason. But now there's another story about Ian getting cucked, no meme.
I've heard is that she was hitting on one of his sparring partners and was obsessed with him and gave him a VIP pass to the event.
A lot of his sparring partners got the passes, but she was. But
no, that's not age play though. This isn't age play. This is what I see is straight DNS. I see energy exchange, him being the bottom, she's being the top. I know what you're saying with diaper. Willie being funny because Willie being funny about the diaper change because of the fact that he has IBS and he shits himself, right? But they're not into age play. Willie made that joke, although it's funny, but it's like it wasn't in reference to age play.
Definitely had a big crush on one of the guys that would come in and spar with them, because anytime they would spar, she would just be super into it and watch every moment. And then, even if he would like beat Ian up, she'd be very into it. And then,
I want to say that, I want to say that before. So Anissa never gave shout outs to Michael training Ian at all, but she put out the first video of Ian like getting rocked in sparring when Ian was sparring with her crush.
Anissa allegedly flew out over 300 creators to the event with no requirement to promote it.
he's like, our brand is at stake. We're $500,000 in the hole right now.
I wish I knew that. I wish I knew that at that time. I think a lot of the fighters would have liked to have known that. I don't think none of them needed to be in the dark about that, you know?
Their pay-per-view sales were behind and they were still spending money.
But they were honest about the fact that they were spending the money from the ticket sales on the hotel, on flying people in, on all these other things. So it was just like,
those decisions, the gala decisions were made while in the red.
Yes.
I have a question about that.
Holy smokes, dude. You were in the red and you were still spending like that? And y'all got a problem with the Jews. What in the world? What?
They rented the hotel for over 300 creators and flew a lot of them in. When the first year it was much more scaled back.
Ian can't edit a video anymore, so he flies out Twitter editors.
And then the second year, they did that full hotel for 300 creators. They flew a lot of people in. One of the people they flew in was Froggy Tonic, and they flew him in from France.
That's insane.
And Froggy had told us that he was there to salvage the documentary.
Ian and Anissa haven't responded to these latest allegations, but they did defend their tattoos. Priorities.
Cool. It doesn't really matter what I do, because I'll always stay stuck as a fool. I'll never be cool.
It really is remarkable how everything Ian says is projection. Donut Operator revealed in his podcast that Ian stopped talking to him because he made an OnlyFans joke.
He went to a range day with me one time. Like, we used to talk a lot about content creation and stuff. And COVID rolls around, I get bored at home, so I make an OnlyFans where I'm showing my meat.
Really?
And, well, basically, I'm taking a steak and I'm rating a steak. And like, see, that's the
Donut Operator is so cool. Let me tell you something. I used to get mad at him real big. This is before I got suspended, because he would kiss up to Candace. And then all of a sudden when Candace finally became a tard, he went against her. My mistake, just double checked. The vasectomy thing is still speculative and not confirmed. Okay, I don't think he got a vasectomy, but I don't think Anissa's gonna want to have kids, so they all good.
Reaction that you're supposed to have. Genius.
I thought it was funny. So I'd be wearing like just an apron. Of course, I'm wearing like boxers underneath. And I'd reach down and be like, "This is my OnlyFans," and this is an A5 Wagyu from down the street. And I would talk about it. And I sent it to Ian, and he got mad and called me and like said I was making fun of Anissa, and like I wasn't. I just thought it was a funny bit because I was sitting at home during COVID. And
You'll never understand what it's like to be an ally.
Yeah, it was. He like said stuff like that. I haven't talked to him since. That was like 5 years ago.
Over that?
Yeah, and I've like texted him and tried to reconnect with him. He just won't talk to me anymore.
Ian's response is to say, conveniently leaving out that your girlfriend.
Donut Operator revealed ridiculous reason why iDubbzzz stopped being friends with him. Says they haven't spoken in 5 years because of it. I'm making OnlyFans where I'm showing my meat. Ian, hold on.
At the time was pursuing OnlyFans, but you were too pussy to deal with the criticism, so you made a parody account. No, I don't want to be friends with a coward. How is any of that irrelevant?
What? What does that? Hold on. Why are you not talking to him up? Boy, he's tarded. He's a tard.
Response. Should Donut Operator have uploaded a video like you did, talking about how intelligent he is for letting his wife do OnlyFans?
But I'm cool with it. You do realize there are guys out there in private right now jacking off to your girlfriend. But I guess it's out of sight, out of mind, it's not a problem.
Yeah, Ian wants to see it.
Let me have my hope, all right? I want to believe he's too intelligent for this. Intelligence has nothing to do with it, but I will say this. If you want to retain hope that I'm intelligent, this is the most intelligent thing.
The monkey in the background. No, she's not a guy. The monkey in the background is... Oh, man.
I've probably ever done is revealing this side of me.
The bar's real low, huh? Bro's only real world experience was working at Legoland. This man just said it was the most intelligent thing he's ever done. Donut Operator, you're missing out. You could be Ian. The content cop has been nothing but a failure. It's done harm to everyone associated with Ian, so the new narrative is to hide behind the dead bodies of Palestinians. Act as if the content cop was about Israel-Palestine the whole time.
I even hate calling it drama, because at the end of the day, it was you kind of taking a stand of being pro-Palestine. I don't think that's drama necessarily, but the way that they have handled talking about this, people like Ethan and some people on Twitter that cover this make it about themselves so often, when that's not what any of this is about, you know. Like,
I'm sorry that I'm such a fucking nasty person who just wants to roll around.
Palestine don't exist.
And the shit.
There's people in Palestine dying every fucking day.
Palestine don't exist.
I think over the weekend, just on Saturday alone, like over 100 people were bombed and killed.
I can show your tattoos in all of their glory, or I can show that your tattoo made it to the top of awful taste but great execution subreddit.
What was the impulse to finally take a stand?
Yeah, well, I think Ethan made it really fucking easy for me. I think honestly the only thing that made me second guess any of it was how it affects other people.
Ethan was mad because people were calling CPS on his children, and the content cop was acting like Ethan was lashing out for no reason. But now that Ian's criticized, suddenly he's a big advocate for Palestine. The only time he talked about it is when he said Anissa's half Irish and half Lebanese, so that makes her an expert.
I'll say it for anyone who doesn't know. Anissa is half Lebanese and half Irish. For anyone unfamiliar, the Irish have been on the receiving end of a lot of oppression and genocide.
Give me a break. The Irish are cucking themselves right now. And then you got a base percentage of them trying to get uncooked. I don't think it's going to work for the majority of them. Are still cucking each other. So I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, the Irish had to be oppressed. Okay, blacks are not oppressed and neither are the Irish. Shut up.
On the part of the Lebanese, they've received a lot of oppression and attacks from the IDF.
She's not Lebanese. Well, it's in her 23andMe that she has some Lebanese in her. That's like me basically claiming my Scandinavian heritage. It's like, I, as a Scandinavian, am oppressed and I need to understand it, blah, blah, blah. Shut up, dude.
So Anissa is very well familiar with the propaganda.
No, she's not.
And the shit coming out of Israel.
When called out for this by the entire internet, Ian acts like he's above it all.
Yeah, I'm like definitely a loser to like a huge swath of people online.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't really care to be a winner in their eyes.
I don't care.
Oh, I got to kind of reconcile with my past moments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I relate in that way, but then I also relate in the way that it's hard. It's hard to be funny. And I can tell that bro really like admires like a lot of these comedians that he's had on his show. I think he wants to, be something special. I think he wants to be an entertainer.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Both of you guys are libtards, okay? But I have to give it to H3. H3 was on our side when it came to censorship. And he was the one who did the fundraiser to fight on behalf of other YouTubers against other YouTubers like censoring him. Because they reacted to a video and then he went to court and then won. So, also I would never forget how he made Pearly Things look like a total idiot. I mean, the man gets a little grace. He takes 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, but still. I always appreciate the step forward. But iDubbzzz, you stop being funny. You just all of a sudden get hooked up with this girl and now you just want to apologize for all the edgy videos you made and you deleted all of them. That's like what's the black guy who became a Christian and now hold on, I see him right now. Gideon, right? Gideon pissed me off when he became saved, sanctified, and highly favored. And then all of a sudden, he deletes all his videos. All of them. They were so good and so funny. Now he came back. I don't even know what he's doing anymore. I think he came back. He says, I want to do it again. Because he realizes, stupid, no offense to the Christians, his stupid Christian channel, nobody gives a damn about that. So now he's doing funny videos again, but not the same pranks. It's just like, you guys sit up here and you make a big dent in the YouTube community and then all of a sudden you just revamp and now you regret your past decisions that made you who you are, that made you the money that it made you. I always get those two confused. Yeah. So it's like, well, H3 and iDubbzzz are both named Ethan. Both of their names, their first names are Ethan. That's this thing. So Ethan is H3 is he only a tater because he's playing my soundbite. Yay, I got a subscriber. You keep playing that, so.
But like it's gonna take a lot of fucking pain and hurt to actually discover who the fuck you are, because I don't think he knows who he is, to be honest. Like
it wasn't overnight, like me gaining my confidence back. And I'm still probably not all the way there, but...
This guy projects more than a movie theater. Yeah, Ethan should have followed your podcast format, where you hide all your new episodes on Patreon. They've figured out a way to argue that them making boring content somehow makes them a better person. I've subscribed to their Patreon, and their podcast was so mundane I couldn't bother to slog through it. This was the highlight.
I would say there's some options that you don't think about as existing, especially when you're younger. I didn't think about how I could put an egg in my ramen.
Yeah.
I never considered that.
Yeah.
And it always felt like it was a little bit lacking something. Like I wanted to put something like cheese in there.
Mhm.
But Fluffy put me on to putting an egg in there. I mean, he chefed it up quite a bit.
What are we talking about? You're talking about taking cheap ass ramen noodles and adding and adding an egg to it.
Like would go through the effort of like cutting up some green onions and stuff.
Yeah.
and putting
Oh,
it in there.
wow. He was.
Oh wow! Adding green onions to your ramen noodles. What are we doing, chat? What are we doing? What are we doing?
He's really chefing it up.
Yeah, I think he wanted to do more, and I think that's, to be honest, what a lot of like, I think that's such a positive avenue for people who are struggling with their weight.
How are they morally grandstanding on getting less views? They act like Ian's video saved the sex industry.
When the OnlyFans shit happened and everybody was shitting their pants about me having an OnlyFans, there were some content creators that suggested to Ian, like, the move is to make your own OnlyFans and go in there and fucking just start posting on OnlyFans and make it a big joke. And, like, that's what people want to see. That's what's going to be entertaining. And, like, yeah, we understand what the, like, politically correct, not politically correct, strategically correct move is. But for, in that instance, for the sex working community, that would harm them so, like, so much more than like it would help us.
That's the biggest frustration, is that people don't really, it's like, I'm the one who made all of these videos in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the game.
Yeah.
Like, of course, like the suggestion of like
You're
making the
giving up the
OnlyFans
game.
thing a joke.
Yeah.
Like, that was like, that's so obvious
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
But the people who suggested that shit to me are f***ing losers. If you're watching this, you're a f***ing loser.
Oh no, this guy thinks I'm a loser.
I'm gay.
Who would have thought that
this video's gone? This video's gone. And I'm sure somebody else has a copy of it. I just don't know how to find a copy. But it's so sad. It's gone, chat. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
Would have been the peak of Ian's career. The biggest cope in Ian's video was him saying tons of people agree with him. They just didn't leave a comment or make a video because they're too busy.
I think all of the people who are like,
cope?
No, who is like literally winning the argument and who is like presenting a better case. I think a lot of those people are just silent, you know? At most, they're clicking like on a video, but they're not gonna fucking put in like the labor to like make sure their guy wins or their girl wins, you know? They're just gonna fucking kind of move on because they got a life.
He's trying so hard to convince himself he's in the right.
For real, it's just the biggest cope ever.
I know that other commentary channels, regular people, when they're trying to get a temperature check about how people feel about this, they're gonna like, you know, if the like-dislike isn't giving them much of a vibe, they are gonna go to the comments and they are going to, you know, use that as a template for how they should feel about it. Not in all cases, but, you know, they want to have an understanding. They want to be tapped in, because I think a lot of people, that is like it's important. You know, I want to know what people are thinking about a video. But I think there's
No, you don't. No, you don't. And not unless they're agreeing with you, you don't.
a big force of really loud people in the comments, and they scare people away. And especially if it's brigaded fast and quickly, like within the first 24 hours of it being uploaded.
Or maybe it's because your video sucks, but let's let him cook.
There's been a lot of people to put out commentary videos about Ethan, and they go bye-bye.
Like who?
Like they're like, this, I do not want the smoke, I do not want the heat.
Says nobody is afraid of Ethan. Nobody. As a matter of fact, hold on. Wasn't there a time when I went after Ethan? Hold on a second. I think when Ethan first hooked up with Hassan and did a podcast with him, I came after him and I said, you a coward ass Jew, basically just submitting to a typical Jew, just submitting to the strong arm of a Muslim, something like that. I gotta go look at my tweet. It was 3 years ago, 4 years ago or something like that, when they were real cool. So yeah, I did come after him, you know, for that. Cause I was like, why the hell would you partner up with Hassan Piker of all people for your podcast? You know what I'm saying? I'd rather you and what's the crazy one? Patricia Payton. I'd rather y'all get together. I'd rather you two get together. Did I say her name? Is it Patricia Payton or Ethan gets backlash from his audience every day? Yeah, because they're full of that's true. Trisha Paytas. Damn, Dandy. How the hell? Yeah, exactly, because they're full of libtards. I'd rather him got back with Trisha than to do a podcast with some damn Hassan Piker. Hassan is not funny. He's not energetic. He's not charismatic. He's not engaging. He's just
And even if it's like not genuine at all, it's like there are people out there in different communities that are like, I'm going to get on this shit and I'm going to make them feel like the internet's against them and this is the fucking end of their career.
Bro, just name somebody.
Which videos are? I mean, do any come to mind specifically?
I mean, I think
he can't come up with any because they don't exist. That's the thing. They don't exist. Look at him just going to start racking his brain.
The left or the Snark, the H3 Snark has like kept track of them. There was like one smaller commentary channel. I think they may have focused on like fucking like Ethan's topics or Ethan talking about Markiplier maybe. I'm not sure what it was specifically, but that one got nuked. There was a woman who made one. Oompaville was another one.
We got one name and it's Oompaville. Now, I like Oompaville, but he prefaced his video by saying, I don't know anything about the drama. I'm not going to look into it any farther. And he just sided with Ian on most things. He just says, I don't know the whole time.
I don't know. I really don't know the point of this video. I don't know what's going on. But it's very epic, though.
Okay.
A lot of calling out of hypocrisy, but everyone's always hypocritical. If you're speaking and you're critiquing things and you're judging people, you're always going to be hypocritical, no matter what. Like, it's not possible to not do that.
I don't know what that means.
Apparently, Denims, I don't know if this is true. I'm not going to fact check it, but this seems like...
Incredible.
Hey, that's Sean's tweet, y'all. Guys, Sean made it. iDubbzzz, I think Denims is a good person. Denims offers audience $30,000 to fans to kill a person she doesn't like. Defends a child predator named Keffels. Says America and the innocent civilians deserve 9/11. Says it was okay for people to call the CPS on political opponents to try and alienate them from their kids. Don't worry, the kids won't remember it. iDubbzzz calling Denims a good person was wild.
Incredible. Hey guys, I'm gonna watch the iDubbzzz video, and I'm gonna pretty much take all of it as fact, whatever iDubbzzz says, and then any criticism though, I'm pretty much just not gonna fact check it. It's pretty cool, man. I love it.
When people pointed out how lazy his video was, he co-posted by saying he touches too much grass. Dude, you only had to watch like 20 minutes of the H3 podcast to get his side of things. Is that too much work for you?
Find his post interesting. Remove today's video. Why? Because I felt like it. I'm gonna start doing that more. I'm married. I can do whatever I want. Okay. Also, a lot of people expected a lot of research and taking it very seriously, and I can't do that while maintaining a positive mental state and touching grass and remaining employed, so I'm sorry.
He made a video that sucked and was called out for missing basic things like CPS getting called, but that's the only way you could think this content cop was good, is if you're missing context. Ian's newest video is on how he doesn't like concern trolling.
Ultimately, concern trolling is just saying something in bad faith. It's very similar.
And you know what I hate? I'm going to tell you what I really hate about iDubbzzz now. He's so hated by so many people on the internet that he's going to get a lot of views regardless. But even if they're going to thumb it down, people are still going to watch it because they don't like his ass. So those videos will still get into the 6 digits, very high 6 digits, if not like the low millions, because he's so hated. I mean, so hated that people would just watch so they could just take a dump on him.
Tone policing or sea lioning.
Which is so ironic because all he did his entire video was concern troll Ethan and Crazy Makeup. Now, Ethan famously has Tourette's, so what's the most empathetic couple on YouTube tweet out now that he's become their enemy? Drugs? Okay, it's time for loved ones to step up for real. Parents, partners, someone. I'm saying this so genuinely. It's okay to ask for help. Please get help. I criticized Oompaville earlier in my video for chiming in without looking into anything. But that's the entire strategy iDubbzzz, Hassan, and Denims entirely operate with. You lie, and then you lie to get out of the lie while continuing to lie. And then you convince everyone who doesn't know what's going on that your critics are pro-genocide and are—
I can't believe Oompaville is also going down this road too. And I stopped looking at his content ever since he like kissed the ring of Mr. Beast and everything like that, and how he messed that interview up. So he had an opportunity to really like set the record straight, but he was just so determined to make Mr. Beast look like a good guy. And of course, nothing really happened of it because Mr. Beast is still Mr. Beast, right? He's still the top #1 YouTuber, which is fine. I don't give a damn. But still, like like this Upperville just like dropped the ball on so much, and now he just taking up for iDubbzzz is just straight wild.
Just crazy. The streamer watched an out-of-context TikTok thinking Denim's getting called a waiting room was because she wasn't pregnant.
But just some of the stuff that he says about women, too. I genuinely don't know how anybody even wants to work for him at this point. It's, like, actually insane. He's like, what did he say? I saw some clip of him saying something about a woman, waiting room. He called her a waiting room. Because she hasn't had kids yet, huh?
Denims gets called a waiting room because people wait in her stream until Hassan starts. It has nothing to do with her being a woman. But Ethan's sexist now to everyone who watched these TikToks. Even Meat Canyon, who's just trying to be down the middle, is helping Hassan because this is not a down the middle drama.
I don't think that either side's really that fucking, that fucking great, if I'm being honest. I feel like there's a lot of oopsie daisies, right? You know what I mean? I don't know. The problem is he can never say that he's wrong about anything. That is the biggest. That's the biggest problem with all of these people. Nobody can just be like, nah, I don't know. It is fucked up. This is fucked up. I shouldn't be overreacting to this.
I agree that this is a problem online, but it doesn't apply to Ethan in this drama. He's the only one that has corrected information when he's wrong.
Let me respond. I agree with you. I think that my characterization of it as a utopia, like in that moment, was distasteful, and I wish that I had said that differently. And I see that it came off bad. It came off bad, and I was wrong on that one. I totally agree. Watching that clip back, I'm regretful about how I spoke about it. And I think I did say that, and I think that was wrong. I was incorrect.
Yeah, you've said that numerous times. You actually said you
let me tell you something about me. Now, y'all can go ahead and clip this. If I am talking to someone bad faith, I will not act in good faith. So if I am wrong to a person that also won't admit that they're wrong, I'm not going to admit I'm wrong. I will stand on that hill and fight on it. Because I'm not going to sit up here and be good faith to somebody who stays bad faith. So, that could be what Ethan wants to do. I wouldn't have done this.
He did against AB when AB was like, I don't think that's correct.
Yeah, by the way, that's something I looked into, and I was actually wrong about that for sure.
But Hassan and these other people will lie and then continue to double down on it. Some of these lies go back over 3 years. I've documented this forever. But one that I think is particularly relevant is that Ethan is this ultra-Zionist genocide defender. Sometimes it's because he doesn't cite an exact figure.
You compare the raw numbers, Gazans have lost a lot more than Israelis. 40,000 people have died, and neighborhoods have been completely flattened during this war.
The figure he cites is wrong. It's just wrong. Credible estimates have placed the full scale of the slaughter in Gaza at over 65,000 deaths due to traumatic injury alone.
But when Ethan's video came out, this was a common estimate given by outlets. Another time, Hassan disagreed with one of the two organizations that Ethan donated money to.
His organization that Ethan donated to and urged his fans to donate to is not a fucking charity. They gave money directly to the Atlantic Council under the false notion that they were giving money to a Palestinian charity.
But if you watch the original broadcast, this guy's completely...
Palestine don't exist.
Transparent.
I work at the Atlantic Council, where I am a resident senior fellow, but also I run Realign for Palestine through the Atlantic Council, and I have a we have like our
Palestine don't exist.
own standalone website, realignforpalestine.org.
Palestine don't exist.
There is a donate button, and so like certainly folks can donate there, but also I would encourage folks to consider the World Food Program has a Gaza Appeals page that is dedicated just for, I'm going to give you the page that is dedicated for sending food just for Gaza.
Hassan even advocates for the same charity they promoted.
Yeah, the World Food Program is one of the actual humanitarian.
Oh, this is so embarrassing. Oh, this is so bad.
Foundations that they link.
So Hassan mischaracterizes this entire situation and then crashes out partially because Gila describes people living in Gaza as Gazans.
It's really crazy how Hassan...
Yeah, because they are Gazans. That place is called Gaza, not Palestine, because Palestine doesn't exist.
Just doesn't want us to help Gazans. Oh my God. Oh, they're so gross, dude. They're such disgusting genocidal propagandists.
There's no genocide down there either.
Oh my God. Oh, it's crazy.
Let me tell you something. If I was in a fighting mood and I would like to spend time, or if I would like to spend time fighting on Twitter, I would just basically say there's no such thing as a genocide going on in Gaza. Palestine don't exist. I would literally tweet that and fight with everybody in the comment section to prove that wrong. But I'm not doing it. I'm not doing no more fighting. I got so much. I'm back in the gym. I'm back to getting my muscular physique back, which is gonna take a while. So it's like I ain't got time to be fighting on Twitter anymore. Now when I see crazy people, I just block them.
How Hassan doesn't want us to help the Palestinians. Wait, did she even say Palestinians? Hold on, maybe she did.
It's really crazy how Hassan just doesn't want us to help Gazans.
She didn't even say Palestinians. She said Gazans.
Because Palestine don't exist.
Another great way to figure out Ahmed Al-Khatib being a bad faith actor is that he calls himself a Gazan American. He doesn't even call himself a Palestinian American.
Why is he making it a big deal? The coverage he watches does it every day.
The Gazans. Thousands of starved Gazans.
The future of Gazans.
Gazan children. They're pressuring the Gazans. Displaced Gazans. Hassan has tweeted it several times. Hassan himself has described Palestinians living in Gaza as Gazans.
They're not Palestinians that do want the Israeli civilians to die, and certainly the Gazan civilians to die as well. The Gazans did not have access to... Oh, she didn't even say Palestinians. She said Gazans. Oh, they're so gross, dude.
But the biggest sin Ethan committed was not liking a slogan.
You were talking about from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. And
okay, so like at worst, the worst interpretation of that would be like someone like Hamas or Hezbollah or like terrorist organizations who are like, yeah, we want to actually kill everybody there. That's the worst interpretation of it. I know that there's a lot of people, obviously, vast majority of people who do say that don't want to kill all the Jews there, right?
They're such disgusting genocidal propagandists. Oh my God.
Does he really deserve that label? I'm sure there's plenty of things to criticize Ethan for, but these people are labeling him as something that he's not. He agrees with them on all the biggest points.
And the government of Israel is a colossal failure. Netanyahu's a war criminal, a fucking psycho. Into the genocide happening.
By the way, Netanyahu is crazy right now. Bibi done struck Iran, and Iran struck that ass's back. I'm like, Bibi need to sit his ass down. They need to go ahead and do regime change in Israel for real.
By settler fucking lunatic, and they're hellbent on genocide, frankly, overtly. They've committed tons of war crimes in Gaza, including the killing of children, obviously, because Gaza is one of the most densely populated places in the world. I'm told myself all the way
It's why
to,
there's no genocide.
Outright saying that it's apartheid, that it's genocide, that the Israeli government is committing. What's happening in Gaza is a terrible humanitarian crisis that we should all care about.
Oh my God, he literally is repeating. This is why Ethan kind of like deserve what he gets in a way. Because it's like you're repeating the same lies that BDS and all these other Islamic loving countries and groups are saying. There is no apartheid in Israel. Your wife lived there. You know damn well there isn't. But white guilt is everywhere. Even Jewish white guilt. I listen. I can't tell sheep how to be lioness. I just can't do it, dude.
Pro-genocide, then we're definitely going to have a disagreement.
Bro, all of these comments on every video call him a genocide supporter because he doesn't like every single thing these guys say and do.
I don't know what's going on. But ever since October 7th, it's like I'm nothing more or less than a Zionist genocide supporter. Nothing.
Genocidal propagandists. Oh,
I'm a Zionist. And genocide don't exist down there. There's no genocide.
My God.
At what point are they just slandering him? And the most cowardly part is they hide behind the dead bodies of Palestinians to avoid any accountability on this.
Also wild because the political content creator in question is an anti-genocide content creator, and the arguments they're attacking him for are anti-genocide arguments. So these creators, they're positioning themselves in opposition to him and his arguments, de facto positioning themselves on the pro-genocide side. Anti-genocide is pro-genocide. It's quite the precarious predicament they've placed themselves in.
He's twisting himself into a pretzel trying to explain it. You can't criticize Hassan, otherwise you're pro-genocide. It's so stupid. I watched Noah Samson's most recent video about Ethan Klein and Mudahar suing him for defamation, and I was blown away when I heard his explanation for why Mudahar is pro-genocide. It's because he criticized Hassan for his Houthi interview.
By the way, Mudahar is Muslim.
The worst interviews in all of YouTube. I have an entire video on it. Go watch it.
Does he know what One Piece is?
One Piece, is that an organization?
No, One Piece is an anime.
Luffy.
Luffy?
Yeah, he said he's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yeah.
Oh my God, imagine if I did this with a Klansman. Oh my God, if I had a Klansman and I said, hey, Klansman, did you ever used to watch Gilligan's Island? Yeah, the skipper was my favorite character. Oh my God, I love Ginger. Oh my God, I can't believe you love the skipper. I could never get away with something like that. I could never invite an Aryan member and then bond over cartoons or a TV show. I could never invite a Klansman and bond over our favorite song. But he can literally invite a actual international terrorist. A terrorist that is known not only in America but worldwide. And bond with him oh, you know who Luffy is? You know who Luffy is? Oh my God.
Yes. I think he hasn't spent much time with Chinese people, but one of the captain was Chinese, and he did qat with them, and he danced to music with them, and he was vibing, so he likes him, yeah.
So I mean, what? That's so crazy. So they're just fucking chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
Because he was held hostage, dumbass.
Clear, we're talking about a man they took hostage.
America's like America's like blowing them up while they're just like doing cat and fucking chilling with the captains. Like, how does he feel about that? Isn't that fucking crazy? Like, I don't know how to describe it.
They essentially claim, we couldn't have possibly supported a genocide because elsewhere we have said that
There is no genocide.
we don't. We said that genocide is bad, so
There is no genocide.
we are exempt from any criticism for any other things we may have said that do actually support a genocide.
There's no genocide. And these people keep saying the word genocide, genocide, genocide. Nobody corrects them. It's like when they keep saying the word racist, 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 fascist, 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 white supremacists, white supremacists, white supremacists, white supremacists. They just keep saying those words and hope that they will do the damage. And because people don't want to constantly correct them over and over and over and over again, like I'm doing, like there's no genocide, there's no genocide, there's no genocide. They just basically they just give up because it's tiresome.
At this point, one of the quotes that they cite is Mutahar saying, "I'm not afraid to say that genocide is wrong." Wow, how brave of you, Mutahar.
He feels like he has to say that because you keep saying otherwise.
Aside from that being just false, Mutahar stayed silent on Gaza throughout the entirety of the genocide until it was time to join his friends on a
There's no genocide.
Hassan bad smear campaign. If that's not fear, I don't know what you'd call it other than, I guess, cowardice.
That's it? Muta didn't make a video on the conflict? Pro-genocide. Muta criticized Hassan? Pro-genocide. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Muta was a Canadian YouTuber. Didn't realize he was the Prime Minister of Israel. This is the propaganda machine at work. Lie about people who criticize you. When you get called out, crazy make them. Support people who dox or falsely called CPS on them. Then when they respond to that, concern troll. Hide behind the dead bodies of children. Act above it all, even though they instigated it. That way everyone who's not paying attention will think you're the rational one. It's really dangerous to conflate
That's true. Actually, that's a good analogy. Because the fact that if you halfway pay attention to this, you'll think that they're the one in the right.
Zionism with anti-Semitism, but it's completely acceptable to conflate criticizing Hassan with being pro-genocide. I'll probably get blamed for killing an entire school bus worth of children for uploading this YouTube video.
What you're doing to the platform is entirely negative against pro-Palestinian voices. Yeah, of course people are going to think you're fucking anti-Palestine. And I personally think that too. I do think that. The fact that while Israel is doing a genocide,
there's no genocide.
A lot of these
There's no genocide. There's no genocide. There's none. There's none.
people have shifted their priority directly to drama slop and to attack people who call out Israel's genocide.
There's
We'll
no
never
genocide.
fucking forget these monstrous pieces of shit for looking at a situation like the one happening, the one unfolding in Gaza, and choosing to never say anything about it, only to then make these fucking drama videos to call out the people who call out the Israeli government. If that's what you choose to do after 12 months, 13 months, 14 months of genocide,
There's no genocide.
then you are less than nothing to me. Tens of thousands of children fucking destroyed. Okay? I read accounts from a parent that felt fire for the first time. Woke up. Okay? Immediately grabbed.
Yarn! You don't give a damn about the kids that was taken on October the 7th, so I don't give a damn about this. This is just fake outrage.
Grabbed her son, started running out of the house, and in the process didn't realize that her son felt a little bit lighter. He turned back around and saw that it wasn't her son that she was holding, it was simply her son's arm. Okay? That is the daily reality for Palestinians.
He's using a dead kid to shield valid criticism. It's so gross.
By the way, these people lie. I don't believe anything they say. I don't believe that story. I don't believe anything they're saying. They lie so much. I don't even know why people are not fact-checking the stuff that he says when it comes to this stuff that's so extreme.
Uses being pro-Palestine as a way to try to dance on this fucking tightrope where he gets to say whatever the fuck he wants.
That's you. These people want diplomatic immunity. Can't criticize Hassan because he is critical of Israel. Can't criticize Ian because he runs a for-profit charity.
Ian is the only person who gets a pass for torpedoing his own admission.
I want y'all to know that being pro-Israel is not the majority. There's so many. This reminds me of the whole Ukraine thing again, right? This reminds me, like, I got demonetized because I was on the side of Russia right when the entire Russia versus Ukraine war broke out in, I think it was February, right? Right when that happened, and I learned that there were legit Nazis in Ukraine, and when I started doing my own independent research, I said, "Oh my God, Ukraine is the bad guy. Oh, I'm Team Russia." That was not the popular take back then. I got demonetized. I had two channels. I got some strikes on them. I had to shut up and then basically take it offline. I even lost my Instagram because I was like kept glazing Russia. Not talking against Ukraine, just glazing Russia. And so these people who support a country that don't exist act like they're the minority. They are the extreme majority. So to be a Palestinian, which don't exist, supporter, that is the majority on a lot of these social media platforms, because everybody else who's pro-Israel just quiet because they get bombarded and they get jumped on, this, that, and the other. Or like me, ain't got the time to do the fighting and stand by. Like I stood by. Everybody know I'm a Zionist, right? And the little people that do fight against me, they don't last long because I know how to block. So I don't know why they acting like their position is the outlier. It's not. It's the common position.
Torpedoing a charity event. Why are we giving Ethan a pass for saying he wants the charity event to fail? Effectively getting the charity event to fail.
Not only is it continues to double. It continues to improve. So I'm just saying, like, how is it genocide? If anything, they want to genocide the Israelis because they hate Jews. That entire country is surrounded by a number of Muslim countries. And they want to sit up here and talk about genocide, and there's no genocide. There's no genocide. There's no genocide.
To postpone and for the original creators to divest from.
Nothing is ever these people's fault. Hassan can't get stopped at an airport without blaming his critics.
These fucking dumbass slop tubers.
By the way, this was discovered he lied. He never got stopped. Okay, well, excuse me. He never got stopped for 2 hours. He got stopped for 15 minutes because he used a pass that he wasn't supposed to use. And then he blamed it on him being politically against America or some bullshit.
Playing with fucking fire. And I even thought about not even mentioning this because I was like, I don't want to give him any sort of like power over the situation. But like the reality of the matter is 100% the Trump administration is inadvertently working with a lot of these fucking dipshits. These dipshits are playing a formative role in getting people in trouble with the law.
This guy lies so much in this video. It's comical. These people are such spurgs. Ryan Beard announces that he's criticizing Ethan in an upcoming video, and Hassan tries to gatekeep it. If you're a YouTube content creator who hasn't said dick about Israel-Palestine, and you're only now starting to let your critical positions on Israel be known, after 19 months of genocide since it's no longer going to cause you severe career penalties, and you spent a moment finger-wagging at people who have been correct the entire time, I will absolutely come after you. So you just argue with people that agree with you. Argues with Ethan, argues with Ryan. I will absolutely come after you. Yarn.
Who is Ryan? Do I know who Ryan is?
Gonna do shit. Oh no, Hassan's gonna react to Bad Empanada watching somebody else's video and then get up and leave halfway through. I have a lot more to say about Hassan, but that'll be part of a much bigger video. So subscribe to the channel.
Oh no, not another big video against Hassan. I love when he does this. I love it. I freaking love it. This is great. Okay, chat. Let's do a cool down. I'm so glad my my computer lasts until the end of the show, because I was afraid it was gonna clunk out. I really was. I was afraid it was gonna clunk out. Pretty lousy. Oh yeah, I read that part. You give them an inch, they take them out. Facts. HUR. I'm gonna start uploading videos again, chat. I decided to not be so. Like, I could make a political video right now, but I'm not. I'm just, because it's a lot of going on there's a lot going on in Egypt, but I'd rather show that on my live stream than make an independent video on it. So that's what I think I'm gonna do. I decided to not put that. I recently, I this week decided to not put so much effort in my political video channel anymore. I want to put more effort in this video and my health video. Did you ever discuss Palestine, Israel on Tree of? I don't have to discuss it. Everybody hear me every time I get on the stream, and we talk about Israel or we talk about these so-called protesters. I always say Palestine don't exist and Mighty Zion. Now, I don't even have to. What is there to discuss? People know I'm a Zionist. I'm very open and upfront about it. I brag about it. I constantly talk against people who are sitting here who want to talk against the Jews. I don't have to get on there and talk about it. People know my position. It's not one of those positions where it's like quiet or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, what is your position? Like, everybody know my position. If you know me, you know my position. It's not even in question. Not even close. So, anywho. But yeah, I wanna. I need to work on a video. I may end up being up late tomorrow, but I don't want. I gotta see. I have a video that I can upload on Monday actually that I need to work on. So, all right, there, chat. So I'm going to shut it down and get out of here so I can go to bed. I've been going to bed earlier than usual because I get up to go to the gym. Loving that, by the way. Loving it. So there's that. I hope you all have a good time and good day. And I will, those of you on my political channel, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? And there should be a video uploaded on this channel independently, probably on Monday. No later than Tuesday. Okay? All right. Later.